big free returns
Yes.
still.
Participate.
That's
Hurry up.
pressure, you know.
Hurry up.
Big
Participate.
free,
That's
nigga.
bare pressure, you know.
Participate.
That's bare
Yo,
pressure, you
say
know.
hello.
I'm participating. I'm just letting you know. The big three is bare
Come back with confidence,
pressure,
B.
bro.
Come back with confidence, B.
Believe in your source, B.
Okay, cool.
We back.
Yeah.
We back. The big three.
You even started. It wasn't even an S. You started the B.
Oh,
That's
He's like, I'm not
True.
sure. He's like, I'm not sure. Where's the confidence, bro?
I had that
Nah.
confidence
Come on,
in them.
man.
I was just saying bare pressure.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Now shout out to the big three, man.
Yeah.
Which one of you is
Damn.
Drake?
Not me. You know how I feel about Aubrey.
Let's start off. You want to end you? Which one of you is Drake?
Not me. What do you mean? Which one of you?
Yeah, because I'm not Drake. Which one of you guys
Wow.
is Drake?
Why you not Drake? Because you got locks.
Yeah,
Don't think
man,
you're
I
cold
can't-
because you got locks.
I'm in the Hotep bag over here. I
Nope.
Ital.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Just because you come back glowing, like, I don't mean. You know what I mean?
Oh.
What's my good side?
Oh, every side is your good side,
Man, I was in
friend.
Turks and Caicos like Drake.
Crazy. Yeah. It works. It's you.
That's how people fail exams. Asking where I was.
It's agenda. It's
What's
fine.
it turns?
Agenda.
Yeah,
agenda.
I'm gonna say everything wrong
Agenda.
because you didn't bring back tequila.
No, it's in the house, man. I got you. This is peak.
My plank of wood.
It's in the house. Are you a guest?
Wow.
Once you've eaten wings in my house, you're not a guest, bro.
I mean, just about ate those wings. Goodness
enjoyed
me.
That's
Well,
some
now
good
I'll still be
wings.
waiting.
You enjoy them. So when next I have a little function, it's there.
Okay.
I've got bears. No, when you come, you'll see.
You sound so excited.
Little mini bar in that.
I tried still. I messed up the first 2 days because they restock our fridge in the room, innit? But I'm drinking outside so much. The alcohol in the room is not phasing me. I don't care about that
Okay.
shit there. I'm at the bar, bro.
Oh.
But they've not restocked because we didn't take, we've not depleted our... So I was like, wherever I'm drinking the beer, I just took everything out. So next day they'll come and they'll just stock again. So I started taking stuff for home and I just...
Okay.
Because they were putting extra tequila bottles in my fridge and I was like, I don't really care about the beer.
Okay.
But let me just take the tequila out, put that in my suitcase.
Yeah, I thought you were back in the bed. Back in
I know,
the
I
beer.
did try, but beer's not my
Scary.
thing like that, innit? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, nah, beer's not my thing. Sorry.
Traditionally, you know it is.
Keep the Corona over there.
You learn from other people's
Keep the
mistakes.
Peroni.
We've all got those
Keep the
like
Stellas.
portly, stout uncles that their belly says hello
Yeah.
to you first.
I don't mind a Dragon Stout though, from time to time.
But that's because of tourism, innit? Where you been?
I mean,
Yeah, that's because of tourism.
Yeah, that's because of the part of the world that
Well,
you've been known to frequent. That's
no,
why.
well, to be fair, like it's no different to like a
Like
Guinness.
Chrissy, here comes the cleanup.
It's no like
Fair,
different
fair.
to Guinness.
Traditionally,
innit?
It's very
Like,
different.
You know,
Yeah,
and that's beyond that.
yeah, that's
Scary.
one way that we're able to like cross the racial divide with us and the Irish.
Ain't it
Okay,
like brewed
yeah.
in Nigeria? Like
I've heard that
one of the
They have-
Guinness it says
but the people
Nigerian
that tell me that
Guinness.
story are drunk, bro.
Oh,
Or drunk
I feel like
uncle.
there
Have
is.
faith.
Yeah.
But they tell us many a story.
Can't just be the Irish. Like it fully says like Nigeria on the.
Nigeria.
I wasn't
on the
paying
bottle.
much attention. I was like, uncle, you're
Oh.
slurring.
Oh.
They love a Guinness.
Well,
Fair.
like the Irish one, I've seen them like in like a can.
Okay, yeah.
But then when you go towards the bottle, that's where you see Nigeria
Oh,
plastered
yes.
all over it.
Love that for us, man. I
That's
hope
true.
we're making some money out of it. So
Yeah. Do you know what I don't mind though? A Desperado.
Yeah.
With lime.
a little
Yeah.
lime. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
When the weather's really nice.
Yeah.
Desperado
It's like-
slaps because it's got a bit of tequila in it.
Oh, is that what it is? Wow, should have known.
Yeah.
Little kick, you get me?
Yeah. Gives it that little kick.
But now I'm back, man. I'm refreshed,
Yes.
man. I'm officially a traveller now. A couple years ago, this wasn't my story.
Were you saying like passport tied up now?
Wow.
Slowly it is, yeah. Slowly it is. I looked up, I was like,
Inked
okay.
up.
Tunisia, Greece, Malta, Spain, Mexico. Now I think I missed something else, but ask me like 2021, yeah.
Where you been? You know when
where you
people
been,
like
nigga?
you know that app that everyone was like getting about like where they've been in the world and like it gives you a percentage
Oh, okay, yeah.
of how much of the world you've traveled. Like everyone was, you know, flexing. Yeah, I've been here, Brazil.
good, man.
blah, blah, blah.
Some of our mutual friends, they're like in the 30s for the countries they visited. So
Yeah, nah, like it's actually dope to, you know, just branch out and disconnect.
And I'm also
See the
want
world.
to now go to like other. Obviously, you do what's accessible. Like you have a little phase, maybe the party islands when you're younger and whatever. You may have a spots for when you're in a relationship, little vacation spots. But now I want to kind of try and mix that with seeing more of the world. Obviously, in certain places you go, the flight length is crazy. Where it's like I was saying to Chrissy earlier, bro, I need to experience business class regularly because my back is
Honestly, how long's the
broken.
flight?
Spinal.
I was on flight.
On the way there was like 10 and a half hours. I think
Okay.
that's partially as well because of the time I was telling Joe as well earlier. Coming back was like 8 and a bit. That wasn't as bad, but the quality of sleep isn't going to be good when like
No.
you're sat like this.
Yeah. So like, because I want to go like Thailand and Bali and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to do
But
that. I heard it's lit out there.
How long it takes to get there?
But it's how you got to look at it. So whatever time
Let's
period you're
business
going,
it,
let's say you
man.
want to go 10 days, you got the fact you're going 12 days. Those 2 extra days are your travel there and back. That's how you got to look at it.
What's it like a 14-hour?
It's long, bro.
When I went to Thailand, we stopped in Dubai first.
Okay.
Like 4 hours, and then got another flight. I think it's like 7 hours, then 4 hours.
If you'd never been to Dubai before, would you count that you've like I've travelled to? See, like he was talking about that thing about where you've been. Would
No.
you count Dubai?
So I didn't leave the. I didn't leave the airport
because when I went to Uganda, I had to stop off at in Dubai.
Okay.
There for like 4-5 hours, bro, in this big ass
We'll see
airport.
bare Starbucks and that.
Like, I can't count that as.
Yeah, I was just thinking because I know some people try to sneak it in.
Once you step out of the airport, then you can say.
Yeah, fair game.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I booked my revenge holiday.
Oh, you booked it? Yeah? I thought she was bantering. I was thinking, when last were we here? Where are you going? What do you want to say?
Albania.
Okay. What's in Albania?
I'm gonna see.
apparently, it's like the European Maldives.
I did see that photo, but like pictures, that could be from anywhere.
Nah, well, you'll be surprised.
Actually, no, you guys went Poland that time, innit? So
Yeah.
and you
It's
did say you
beautiful.
had a really good time. It was really lovely out there.
I told you,
So,
Slovenia is one of the most beautiful places I've been to.
and that's what it is more than anything. I just want to see more of the world, obviously. So, and it is always nice when you have. I'm speaking to someone. I mean, you're like a new convert to church, and they're on fire for Christ.
Welcome.
I'm on fire for traveling.
You got the traveling
love
bug.
Yeah,
that.
traveling. Like, I just want to see more of the world and have something to look forward to. I think it makes life and work more bearable,
Yes.
and you know. So, and if it's booked well in advance, you don't feel those payments.
Yeah.
The girl just be tapping, yeah, put £100 in that joint account.
Like, hello, quickly.
A little tap on the fire.
You're just watching Match of the Day. Just feel a little sound on your shoulder.
No, don't do it like when I watch a match of the day.
No, but they catch you when you're at your most vulnerable. And
I'm
you're most relaxed.
Like I'm peace.
Have
Are
never
you
been like,
relaxed? Where's your team on the table?
Oh,
At this point, I just love football.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not do that.
yeah, but you could still be watching.
Yeah, or like I'm enjoying
Shouldn't be
Crystal Palace
relaxed.
when they're playing all right,
Okay.
or like if Arsenal doing good because I've got to pick between Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. I've got to pick Arsenal. I can't pick my two biggest ops in it, so we got to find some solace in this
Okay.
thing, innit?
No, but like historically, like Arsenal are more your ops.
They are, but at this point now, if you're trying
a
to
deep
like
breath.
keep the Arsenal Man United rivalry, you're doing that nostalgia thing where you're like, oh my god, hip hop was better in 1992.
No,
Love
but
it,
it's
bro.
still like they were throwing hands on the pitch.
Yeah, they were.
between them.
That was in the heyday. Well, okay, you know what it is? When they're arguing about football matters when I was on the playground and man will have fights about football now, you're not scuffing me on the way to work, bro. Like,
But
what
you'll
we
debate
doing?
more Arsenal fans than you would because you don't know any City fans.
I don't.
No one
That's
knows
fair.
any.
That is fair.
No
And
one
also,
knows any
Arsenal
City fans.
make it easy for you to banter them. So if I'm engaged, I want to play. Like, you know, when you're going down to gold, you're playing football with your brethren. Arsenal fans, they bite more in it. But in terms of my ops now,
Right.
those are the noisy
Yeah,
neighbours.
true,
Manchester
true.
is red, but you
It's
can't
true.
ignore Man City.
Yeah.
But you can joke
Yeah.
about having no fans.
You got to be the king of your
and then
like.
there's
of
no
your
way
team.
I'm ever going to say anything positive about Liverpool.
You got to be like the king of your city first.
Brother, I'm a world traveller. The world is my oyster. Did you not know? When I come back, Turks?
Yeah.
Oh, Turks and
Turks.
Caicos.
I love that.
Man's just adding stuff on my list, a place I never visited.
Hey, man.
Manifesting.
I'm manifesting it for you, bro.
No, but it was good, man. I'd like to say #OffTheCuffPod.
Come on.
We are back. A good, honest conversation. Never hurt anyone.
Mm.
You know, we're here. My name is Fols Forever.
I'm Mr. Vans.
Shout out to the Chrissy Hive.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I had an extended break.
Mm.
2-week layoff.
We needed that though. Well, I did. I don't know
Let's
about
say
y'all. I don't know about y'all.
I needed that.
Oh, you did.
Woo. They were flogging me.
Fair play.
But you know what? It was like when you FaceTimed me
Yeah.
and we were both away. Like I was just like, this is it.
Do you know there was a contrast in both of like our destinations? Like I have FaceTime Vans, I can see bare the snow,
Mountains and
and
shit.
then behind me tequila and cheeks.
Ah.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on
Yeah,
in your FaceTime.
Yeah.
Like he was in the pool. He was like vibes in like in the bar. There's a bar in the pool. Mm-hmm.
No, Chris is travel chinos.
You know, no, but I'm just setting the scene where he was, and behind him was where
There was a lot of activity.
there was a lot of activity.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I was
like,
getting a
"Rah."
couple like, because where's your babe? I'm like, bro, she's here as well, bro. What do
Foles-
you think this is?
Oh my gosh.
Foles is trying to make his way through the bar, but there's bare cheeks in the,
No.
in the pathway.
At one point it was a bit crazy. I was like, oh, that's Americana.
You would close your eyes. How?
All they
Obviously-
know is twerking.
Yeah, no, they'll talk to anything, bro. You could be playing Beethoven's greatest hits. They're throwing ass. For them, obviously, like, see how we go to like a dam, we might
Yes.
go like
Yeah.
Beaver, Then like 18th Malik, all them things.
Yeah, Mexico's calm.
They're
Trying to
like,
hold it for
drive
them.
there.
I just got my time off sorted. I'm here for 3 days, and they're gonna maximize those 3 days. So yeah, if you've got any American followers and that you just pre-activity when they're certain places. There's a lot going on.
Oh goodness me!
Yeah, even when I was in Jamaica, there was a lot like of Americans,
Fair.
Canadians.
From Miami
like,
and stuff
they were
like
like, oh yeah, you know, a couple of hours. Like, and like, damn, took me 10 hours to get here.
Yeah, but you know, we make it make sense, innit? So revenge holiday, Chris. What are we saying?
Albania in that, yeah. Jeez, I think I'm Albanian.
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
So funny. This is how you know you benefit from having younger brothers in there. Because I know you're in the house, you're hearing bare DB, bare.
I mean,
I thought that was bad, man.
No.
It makes sense.
yeah, he
It-
does make
like-
that noise, but I was referencing the Albanian.
Thank you.
Yeah, and DB and stuff. You know.
Oh yeah, I know them too.
You have to be. You down with the kids?
Yeah, so much.
Okay. How are you?
So good.
Yeah.
I'm so happy now that you're back. I
guys
missed
said
you.
you needed this break, innit?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I missed you guys as well.
I told you I missed you, and you told me that I was being mushy.
You were. Do you know what it was? I was
Was that like you being drunk and just being mad blunt?
It was today.
no.
Oh.
She told me she missed me on my first day back to work. Like, I miss you. I love you. I'm going to see you later. I want to savor this moment, innit? But I appreciate it. With Chrissy, in all fairness to her, yeah, she's got this loving side to this other side where she could be so like HR stirred, yeah.
Yeah.
I always play around when she like plays in the middle when she's being too nice, yeah, and she's being genuine, yeah. I start flogging. It's like fine. I'm not gonna be nice.
I can
again.
drag you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's good. I like it, man. I like when you express your love for me, man, and vice versa.
Okay.
You need to bring back the sun, man.
I tried, man. There's only so much room
you
in my
look good.
suitcase, bro.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
you got a good
That is
glow.
true.
I got
That
good
is
glow.
true.
I like that, man.
Were you
Fish
like
complaints.
sunbathing much?
I was, but I was just out and about. Like,
Because the man, they say that the man them hate sunbathing.
Oh my god.
no, I'm down.
Socks and
Do you
sliders.
know what it is? I
Scary.
think it's that kind of like
So
At
scary.
the beach with socks and sliders
So
is
I think
crazy.
scary.
actually laying and doing nothing. I think some people struggle with that.
Yeah. But like for like you don't have to do it the whole day. Like just,
But if you're
you know,
just
a couple
in the
hours.
pool, you will tan up on that. Obviously, I made sure I packed the sun lotion.
You saying
Oh,
the
okay.
shallow end and that?
As safe as I could be. So I was staying near the bar.
The right
And
place
they
where you
can't
need
afford
to
people
be.
gosh.
to be drowning in the bar. So that was
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the water was at its lowest in that. I'm not that strong a swimmer. But I did, do you know what it is? I did conquer something. I did swim in the cave. I
Okay.
swam in the cave. So, okay, cool. We'll do a
What like what little life jacket and that?
Safety first, bro.
No, you're, no. What's going on?
with you,
What's
bro.
going on? What's going on?
I'm with you.
What's going on? Wait. Yeah, get him.
I'm trying to get into his experience.
Yeah, cool. We'll do the Metro Boomin. So where they filmed the film Cave,
Yes.
we swam in there, innit? That was
I know that movie,
No,
but
I didn't know. I've not watched that film before, but that was the reference they were making it.
That's it.
Check.
Leonardo DiCaprio? Did I
I
make
think
that
so, yeah. That's good. Probably good. I don't know. I've not seen the film. But.
Okay.
I think it's
I think it's just called Cave. Oh, that would make sense. Do continue.
So I did that. Did the ATV ride. That was nice.
Nice.
I was getting my.
Staple when you're on holiday.
I was getting my. It's fuck it. I was getting my Meek Mill on. I know it's a bit peak for my man.
This is why I have Morris Chestnuts in it, like so. You know, I'm not really gonna.
Oh, it's not as mainstream. That's hate, bro.
Big hate.
Don't hate your black
Big
brother.
hate.
Yeah, did the ATV. Went for a mud bath. That was nice.
Okay.
Went to this place called Senses, which is like, you know, just this immersive thing for like
Okay.
sight, touch, whatever. So there's a bit where essentially you go into you enter. It's like entering a cave and it's dark. You can't see anything. It's literally pitch black, and you've got to get your way out by feeling, smelling, and using your hearing or whatever. So like you might be walking like warm grass, and there's a bit where it feels like rainforesty, where you've got leaves, plants, or there's cobbles with water. Like it was. Once I walked in the first 10 steps, I was like, I'm no bitch.
I feel like I actually
I can't come
breathe.
back out.
What was
But
on your feet?
Nothing. You're barefoot.
No.
Oh,
You have to feel everything.
okay.
No Diddy.
How? Okay.
early enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, we got the stream and it's
Yeah.
fine. No Diddy. But yeah, you have to do everything. You have to use your hair and I genuinely was like, right, this is kind of nuts. But I'm okay. Cool. What can I feel here? Step slowly. I was proper tentatively walking through, but it was
One of them ones where you have to tap into like your senses and that.
Yeah, that's the park is called Senses, isn't it?
Right, right.
What else did they have in there with the Senses? There was this it's like an old Mexican town, but it's a lot of optical illusions. So you're going into rooms, where like you've got upside down furniture. You're basically trying to walk up. I'll show you the video. It's probably easier when you're watching video. You're walking uphill, but it feels like Fols was dragging you back. Proper sick. Like that bit of it was sick. And you know, like initially when your missus is pitching it to you, I'm like,
what the hell is
I'm
this
trying
shit?
to fucking get drunk and sit on the beach. What do you mean I'm going to
Excursion.
this excursion? Well, I've got to leave the hotel and spend extra money. I thought all inclusive. This is covered. You know, man, you're like, we've got our budget, innit?
Nah,
And
the
it-
man them are hilarious.
Yeah.
You're on holiday, bro.
No,
Like,
but I
you
wanted
have
to like really just relax, but also get out. Because when you're there for summer for so long, you're like, I don't want to
Yeah.
be just stuck to a hotel and
You
I'm
have to see something.
enjoying stuff in it. So, yeah, I said the 80. I went to see obviously the Mayan ruins.
Okay.
And that was nice
Nice.
to get a bit of a history lesson about the difference between Mayans and Aztecs. I think a lot of people think they kind of get them mixed up. Like
Yeah.
the guy explained why there are similarities. I've got like the whole list of stuff. The history behind like having people, the association with death. Because if you're in Mexico, you see a lot of skulls, and he explained that like traditionally back in the day in Mayans, you have the like a cemetery in the middle of your house. They're big on really respecting the dead, like they'll go and wash the bones, all that. Like they have certain cultural norms that were kind of pushed away when like Mexico became Mexico and the Spanish influence. They spoke to me about the loss of language because of obviously Spanish influence in Mexico and stuff. So that was really nice to get that history lesson. That was cool. What else I do? Obviously, I went out into the towns. I was staying between like Cancun and Playa del Carmen. So
Geography.
yeah, there's some people that have been there, and I wouldn't know if I'd not gone.
What's that?
Okay.
No, just like the location. Obviously, if you're going to Mexico, the places probably people think of are like Tulum, Cancun, and probably Playa del Carmen. It's like if we're going to like we're going to Spain, we've got like there's just a strip in it where all the clubs and the bars are. When there, that's the night where you saw the Mexican dancers, home going to yellow. You know that video I posted. I don't know if you saw that. That's what I just went for. I was like, let me get at the restaurant, even though at the hotel, even though I've paid all this money, let me go and have some good food.
Authentic.
Yeah, fire on the steak, man. Flambe, do something, man.
Fling shit in your mouth and that.
What, pardon?
Fling shit in your mouth and that, innit?
I mean,
That's
when in Rome.
It's cooling your throat.
The video?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That is okay.
You know what? We're above this.
You know.
Nah, you've all been there like back in the Benihana when they're doing all the tricks and that.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be a killjoy, innit?
Would you let Salt Bae put meat in your mouth?
I don't. Are there any cameras?
When in Rome, you said.
The thing is, because I'm so silly and I don't care, I probably wouldn't. It's part of the experience, bro.
Alright.
I'm paying like 6 bills, bro. Feed me. Are you crazy, bro? No?
Okay. Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
too far?
No,
I mean,
We
feeding you meat is crazy,
support you.
but yeah.
It is, but it isn't that crazy, is it? Like,
Yeah.
it's the double entendre, the connotation of meat and that, but it's like, I'm talking about steak.
Okay.
Not any
Yeah,
other
but like
meat.
a man dropping it in your mouth is mad.
See, that's what you do
from
a
up
lot.
above.
You're going the extra mile. You're doing too much.
Oh, I mean, I'm just describing the action.
I mean, in this social media era and that,
Fair enough.
I posted the video anyway, so
Yeah.
worst case scenario, if I don't like how you guys talk to me, I'll just delete it. I'll archive the
Don't let me clown you, bro. You're having a good
but I was
time,
telling
bro.
Did you put it on the grid or was it a story?
Yeah, I posted on my story and I posted on my, like, you know, you do like, I know it's not, some women find it kind of icky. You
What's
post
that?
a little dump,
Did
you
dump-
know. Yeah. A little
Quick
Mexico
dump.
dump, you know.
But it's
for
right, you're on
and
holiday,
that.
you're doing something. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah,
you
man.
can get
That's
away
when
with
you
it.
catch Fols on the grid.
Wow.
On IG.
Yeah, at this point, me and Vans got this laughing, like, running joke of like how the big gaps between posting.
Yeah,
if we don't go on holiday, it's not like a special occasion. You'll see a photo from 2019.
Oh.
I was gonna do a dump of my trip, and like I was just like, I can't be bothered. Just like TikTok, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know,
do some content. This was holding us back, you know.
bro. The
You've
thing
gotta
is,
lean into it.
the thing is, I took enough. Like I was taking footage as like for the TikTok,
Yeah. Also, you had it in mind.
but
you
then when
actively-
it came to the point of like, you know, meshing it all together, and
Bro, this is why you're not serious. You've got little brothers, bro. You lot are millennials. Do something, bro. Earn your keep
bro,
around here.
the thing is, them little boys,
He's gonna say that. You were
Yeah.
gonna say something
You're
else.
close, but he didn't say it. He
them
didn't
little
say it.
boys are not like they're on TikTok just to like scroll and shit
Oh,
and repost.
okay. They're in the audience.
Yeah, they're not
Fair.
like they don't make content.
Fair, I
so
understand, yeah.
the thing is, I can do it. I was just like,
Sometimes you just embrace being an old man and be like, this ain't for me, bro. Like,
I was like, I've got the memories in my personal chamber.
you know, step
That's
one
what it
was
is.
the intent.
Yes.
So we worked on the intent.
Yes.
Step 2 will be actually, and then step 3 is actually posting.
All like, you know, the photos and the memories and stuff, they go into my drive. So
Yeah. Did Van still have him on holiday?
No.
sorry.
He almost mashed himself up.
Oh,
Yes. We almost, Potters was, he's talking about big 3 doing big 2.
wow.
Yeah. I was nearly a goner.
Okay.
You know, but the thing is, it was a great all-round trip. Obviously, started off in Barcelona for 2 nights, my birthday weekend, and then we drove to Andorra to do some snowboarding / skiing because one of the man them chose to do skiing. I should have followed him. He's smart. This is my first time now. One of my other boys, he's been there before. He's the one that gassed this trip to me. So he did snowboarding. So he's like, yeah, let's go snowboarding. So in my mind, it's always been snowboarding. We're going to go and do that. We're going to challenge myself, do something different. So we go there now. And surprisingly, it's so warm there. I was like, right, this is warm. I'm not sure like how it's going to go with all the heavy attire that we have to wear when we go up on the mountains.
Remember they said men need to go to war? Back in the day, they would have been in layers on the battlefield.
Bruh. So we get our equipment and whatnot, and then we go up to the ski resort. We get our ski passes. They're like, do you want insurance? I was like, yes. Even though I have travel insurance already.
No, double cover, bro.
Double. And it was only €6 more.
Bro,
so
when I got the ATV, they gave us this whole presentation. I just said to my man, bro.
I'm gonna sign it.
I know, bro, just bring the paperwork, man.
Am I covered in the event of this?
Yeah.
Yes, cool. Slap on that €6.
Light.
Grabbed it. We're up there now. One of the mandem's like, I'm gonna get some lessons. The one that's skiing. I'm like, you know what? You smart. How much is the lessons again? I'll manage it like that, thanks.
Was that dipping into the holiday fund? Okay.
Listen,
manage it like
early on. So I was like, I manage it like that. So he's gone on the beginner slope, doing his thing, getting his lesson, getting himself familiarized with his skis. Yeah. All of that. Seemed like easier. My dumbass decides to go with my boy that wants to snowboard. Obviously, he's been there before. He's like, yeah, we're not doing that slope. So he's going up to like the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Right? So like, I'm just doing what he's doing kind of thing. We're blind leading the blind. So now you've got the lift that takes you up the mountain.
Oh yeah, little cable car things.
Yeah, but you got the one where you sit in it, and then you've got the other one where like you put the thing in between your legs, and then it takes you up.
The what between your legs?
I
was just trying to find anything to get him back.
Fair enough.
The pole.
Fair enough.
Crazy.
It's like a T-bar, whatever they call it. Yeah. So it's difficult, to get the technique right, especially like if you've never done it before. So you have to have 1 foot on the board and 1 foot off the board, or just like on top, as it's dragging you up.
Oh, okay.
The mountain, yeah. So he goes first. Donnie's struggling, like he's missing because the T-bars like they keep on going.
And this is the guy that's been before, and this is not.
This is the one that's been before.
So there's no hope for you.
So it seemed all right to me. Yeah. So I'm watching him trying to get on as it's going, but when it comes, you have to jump on it.
Come around at pace.
Yeah, because like people are waiting, innit?
Yeah.
So like we're on the third attempt now, and it's like, okay, the guy
there's a queue building up behind you.
and the guy that works there, the guide, he gets frustrated, so he's just like, step aside for a sec. So I'm like,
they push you out of the queue.
Not you lot. So I was like, oh, I guess it's me. So I'm like, all right, cool. I jump on it and I go. I'm going.
Yeah.
And then the thing jerks. I lose my footing.
Damn.
So I'm on the floor now on my ass, and it's just dragging me up. So I'm just like,
oh, you're getting dragged up by what? Like
I'm holding it. I'm holding it. Both hands I'm holding. Yeah. And it's bringing me up. Then it stops. So I'm like, this is the opportunity to get back on my feet.
Yeah.
Get back on my feet. And then it goes again. But like at this point, it's so high up, I can't even see back down again. Yeah.
Are you just dangling in the air?
No, I'm not in the air. I'm gliding in it on the board. Then it jerks again. And at this point, it's going. Because like, as it's getting higher, it's going.
Chris is holding in like maximum loft.
Listen, it's getting to a point where I'm like, I need to get off this thing.
Yeah. Or else.
Yeah, so I see like an opening where like you can glide off. But obviously, I've lost my footing because it jerked again.
Yeah.
So I'm holding on now. It's
dear life.
dragging me. So I'm like, I've got to let go. But at this point, I'm like heading towards like this logged fence.
Oh my God.
Crashed.
Crash?
Yeah, like on my side, on the big massive log. The way I bounced off it, yeah, the impact was nuts. I tried to do the macho thing and get back up straight away. My leg said, nah.
You know in boxing, that man, take a knee, bro. Bro, take an 8 count, man.
Bro, it was so
take
mad.
A quick 8 count.
I was in so much pain, yeah. And the next Donny to come up was this 10-year-old kid that looked at me.
But he's middle class, bro. This is his 7th time there, bro. Get out of the way, man.
Bro, he's experienced.
I know he's wearing a Montclair in that.
Bro,
Move, bro. Get out of the way.
He's dripped off. Yeah. Looks at me, shakes his head, and skis off.
Oh, he whizzed off?
Whizzed off, bro. I'm like, raw, like, not even gonna.
Not gonna help you to help you with that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Get out of the way, man.
So some next guy comes and he's like, oh, do you need help? And I was like, I've hurt myself and blah, blah. And he was like,
I've hurt myself, it's crazy.
well, like, you know.
You are.
What am I supposed to say?
No, because the man, we're so bad vibes, yeah. You asked me, do I need help? You saw me, bro. I matched myself up.
Nah, he didn't though.
He just see you lay down.
I'm just on the snow at this point, yeah. And he's just come up. So he's like,
oh, okay.
You good?
because I'm holding my leg at this point.
Yeah.
So obviously you can see that something's wrong, and like them man like don't really speak English like that. So I'm like just trying to communicate in the best way that I can.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, I'm good." He's gonna call the rescue team. So they come, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to take you to the medical center."
Fucking hell, bro.
So they strap me in a stretcher and bring me down the mountain.
I'm sorry, man. I lost all my compassion. What?
So obviously my boy's back down where I left him.
Stretcher.
My boy's back down where I left him.
The whole time he's watching this happen.
Nah, he can't see. I'm
Do you know what's
so far up
this
in the
is all
mountain.
his fault and the instructor, because you're like, he's made his regiment get out of the queue, and then now you've rushed me. Like,
yeah,
that is their fault. In your defense, it's their fault. It's their fault, man.
In my head, I had no choice. Let me do it. I'm here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously, like I said, I'm so high up the mountain.
Yeah,
I can't. They can't see me anymore.
They don't even know what's happening.
But the Donny had word that something had happened to me, so he's trying to communicate to my boy, but he can't speak English at all. He's just saying,
Damn.
your friend injured, and then next thing you know, I'm coming down in a stretcher, hand strapped like that. And
way.
he's thinking,
Oh, he's thinking the worst. And
he's thinking the worst because like he can see me from a distance. She's trying to call my name, but I can't hear him because like I'm gliding on the snow in the stretcher.
Yeah.
So all I can hear is like the snow, and I'm looking up. All the cables are going above me. Bro.
Oh,
Bro. So they bring me to the medical center.
Yeah.
Put me in a hospital bed kind of thing. They're like, oh yeah, we got to take off all your clothes, blah, blah, blah. Doctor comes
Naked.
in. Examine. Yeah, I've got to put on that hospital robe thing.
With the bum out.
No, bro. No.
You know the gown. You got to tie.
I'll be real. That's what I thought.
No. So, yeah, the doctor comes in. She's trying to examine like the area and stuff, and she's like, we think that there might be a break.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, oh shit.
I'll never go on holiday again.
Good
So
thing
I'm
you
like,
got
oh,
that
shit.
insurance.
So this next lady comes with a clipboard and she starts taking down details of blah blah. She's
Oh,
like,
you thought there's empathy here, but we need to get to business.
Oh,
she was like,
Are you insured or
Excuse
not?
me?
Suddenly everyone can speak English. When it comes to
obviously,
insurance,
like, suddenly they could all speak English well,
I
yeah.
hear it, man.
Like, yeah. So do you have insurance? And then I was like, yeah. She was like, can I see your ski pass? And I was like, I just backed off my clothes. Can you go and get it?
Yeah.
So they got it. Blah blah blah. They were like, it's a good thing that you got insurance because this procedure, because I had to go in for an X-ray.
Oh my God.
That would have cost you €3,000 sorry. And I was like, see, insurance.
I'd have been in there. Like,
And my boy that I followed, he didn't have insurance.
oh,
So if obviously, God forbid, something happened to
Yeah.
him, it would have been peak. But
you're not telling me. I'll be honest, you don't need that kidney, man. You can have one, man. Just
desperate
times. That's what mentioned.
Lessons were definitely learned, and I'll definitely go back again because I couldn't ski or snowboard for 2 days.
Oh, so like the whole point of being out there in Andorra was for that, innit? Yeah.
So the final day I did get to, but like after a while, the leg was still paining, man.
You're even
because
a
lot of that stuff takes like a lot out of your legs.
Yeah, bro,
do you know what I mean?
Those are fit people.
Yeah, so I mean, I had so much fun, bro. Like I'm gonna do it again for sure, but it was just a mad thing. Like my first time.
This is why women live longer than men.
Yeah.
Do you know what was
Pretty
really
much.
surprising to me? When he said he'd hurt himself, he was like, "Oh, someone's going to the shop to get painkillers or whatever."
Oh, okay.
So I was like, "No one had painkillers. No one had an ibuprofen, not some sort of like
The man don't really
heat gel,
the man
no
don't
medicine
really
bag.
pack
Like
that.
what? Like what do you mean you're going to the shop to get
Phone,
painkillers?
keys, Carmex.
So
If
scary.
you're lucky Doms, like what do you
No.
Why ain't packing anything?
Like so when you go away with lads, like not with
Yeah.
your girlfriend, you don't have medicine.
We'll get that when we get there. man.
Okay, cool.
Medicine.
Girls will pack everything.
Everything.
Imodium.
Yeah.
And then they'll be
Stuff for
complaining
the
when you
other
put
way
stuff in
around.
their handbag and that. Just come on, man.
No.
You
But
have room in there.
let's be
man.
sensible.
Let me put my hand cream in there, man. You got room.
Wow. Men are just like side bag and vibes at the airport.
When a babe don't have things in her bag, it's an ick.
No, that's someone that's coming.
Why are you walking out like this?
No,
But why are
she's
you
got
walking out
locations
like
she's
that?
coming and going from. That's yeah.
Fair enough.
The heat map's crazy for those.
Oh.
babes.
What, like just an empty bag?
Now, them babes say they don't have no bag. There's locations they're coming and going from. I've been outside a little bit. I was like,
No bag is one thing, but an empty bag.
Okay, that's
Who are
scary.
you?
She's waiting for you to fill up with some stuff. You have to be careful out here, man.
Oh.
I didn't know women did that.
It's a different pod.
Fair.
Oh yeah, what happened to the baddies pod, man? What gone? Man?
Oh, bye Fola.
Nah, man. Jules, shout out to Jules. I see her in the comments. She was like, yeah, she's down for that. So I think you need to do it.
Okay.
Go rogue one weekend.
Wow.
Just call in sick, yeah. And give me like, call in sick one week, yeah. And it just messages, here's the audio and it has to come out like a Sunday or something.
Okay.
The baddies.
Yeah, we'll
baddie
see.
segment.
Baddies West and that.
Okay. Oh no, that name's taken, but all right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What's the...
Baddies East, or is that Baddies East?
I don't know what you guys are talking
Baddies
about.
East is definitely a real thing. I don't know if Baddies West is a thing.
Cool.
Yeah, but that's not my kind of television. I would have thought that was your bag.
I couldn't do it, man.
Oh.
I watch the clips and I see them online and they're like, yeah, get her, but I'm not.
Oh.
What? Get her.
Okay.
Because women find it hilarious. When you see the one, remember what was homegirl's name? Sharkeisha.
Sharkeisha, no.
When you see one girl that can like, she can throw hands, not the hair pulling in and like.
Yeah,
scratching.
she's really like.
When you're like, ooh, even I would have dodged that. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, you can really go.
So we
Like-
do for entertainment.
Like there was one video that I saw
Funny,
on
innit?
Twitter with like these two black women in America somewhere. And they're quite big like women, like so they're fighting in the block. And one
yeah.
is like really bobbing and
Yeah.
weaving,
She's
like she
throwing
had a couple.
haymakers,
She's
yeah.
throwing mad bangs, but obviously like the titties are slipping out and that.
I actually know what video
Like,
you're talking about.
rising up
skirt
and down,
rising
yeah,
up,
yeah,
like
Oh
bum,
my
like
gosh,
all
so
out.
uncouth.
By the end of the fight, everyone's naked.
Yeah.
It's not what they really want.
They had to stop it because they knew like she was dropping crazy bangs.
I know exactly what fight you're talking about, yeah. Someone got blooded up. It went a bit fast still.
Goodness me.
So, you know.
I was like, women shouldn't be doing this.
Let's raise the vibration.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I don't know if it's gonna raise vibrations. No Diddy, man.
That man, they got him.
We
They
picked the
get
worst
him.
time to be off, man. Or best time for us to actually have a good time and chill out and rest and recuperate. And
It was great to disconnect.
it was. But it meant that coming here today, Chrissy messaged me like, what are we talking about? In my head, I wanted to message back. There's you don't need to know. It's just
Wow.
the agenda's there, innit? There's things to talk about. They already did his house.
Yes.
And
But he's still free.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been charged,
part of the
but
process,
like,
innit?
it's,
It's
like there's definitely an investigation going on.
if
Obviously,
Homeland Security come,
Yeah,
tactical gear, like,
they got you.
yes, in theory, but like Vans saying, there's no charge as of yet. And it just looks funny if like you're not in your house and your son's in handcuffs.
yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy, but again, they neutralize everybody. Everybody
Yeah,
does. It's
yeah.
more
Yeah.
of like, we don't want you to. We need to ascertain who everyone is. We can't just. We can't assume everybody know who the hell Justin Combs is. They're not on the fucking ground. They don't know who his son is. innit? They handcuff everybody. Make sure you're not going to harm yourself, harm them, or maybe tamper with evidence.
Yes.
Everyone sit on the grass where we can see you, and now let's go and do whatever we came here to do in it. So it just looks bad, but in reality,
Yeah, grown men as
they're
well.
grown men. One of them's been arrested before. This isn't anything new, and they probably got detained for a bit, and they got took the handcuffs off.
Well, the girls, it was his girls.
No,
there.
his daughter's on there. So if anyone he should be actively, like, I need to parent you, I've got my eyes on you consistently, it's going to be the younger lot. So I'm going to be with my daughters, isn't it? Like, you lot are grown.
You even got a 1-year-old.
You forget that as well. So, like,
posted it on IG on Easter and shut the comments.
Come on, bro. Man. Like, we got to turn the comments off, man. People in the comments are going, no Diddy.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot. So
like when you post your little one.
People don't care. The
internet, it's true.
People want to get these jokes off.
Yeah, bro. Man, like you shouldn't even be posting. Lay low, nigga.
It's true.
No, but someone like him, I think one of you two said it, like, he's gonna struggle with that, where someone that's larger than life, always out about, because something like this happens, naturally you think that person's gonna go underground and just kind of weather the storm. He's used to being outside. That's probably fucking with him as much, if not more, than the actual allegations at this point. I can't be front and center, the master marketer. Like, he's always in our faces.
All up in the videos.
And you know that, like, TMZ have more employees than the Russian army. So
they are the Russian army.
They're like, they are
so quick.
Oh, was then I had the footage of
him pacing around, like, just walking around in circles. Yeah. Like, they had footage of, like, the inside of his home after the raid. Like,
was that real?
An hour later.
I did see like a little bit of that video where they were in the closet and stuff.
Yeah, very crazy.
Man.
Yeah.
I got to think, like, there's so much conspiracies going around.
This is like for sex trafficking, I believe, right?
Yeah, but okay, that's what I was going to ask. I've watched a bit of content leading up to this year. When you hear sex trafficking, what do you think of straight away? Or what are the first thoughts that come to your mind?
For me, it could be anything. Like, if you sent someone from A to B with the purpose of them engaging in some sort of sexual activity, sex trafficking, I think people think it's this like grand thing and you have to go across continents, but it's not that.
Yeah, it is more broad than, you know, the initial thing. Like, what? So I understand why you asked that question. Yeah. I just think that, like, there's so many salacious things that are attached to Diddy.
Yeah.
And it's not just sex trafficking; it's sex. A lot of things.
But I think that's the peak of it, because that's the one that if they can get it to stick. The reason I ask that is because when I first heard that, I think of you taking a minor from A to B, whether that's internationally, locally, but it can easily be coercing an adult to go on like, because he sings the party thing.
Freak
you
offs.
think you're going, I didn't want to say it, but you think you're going to go and have a good time. You're trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know?
And now like other dons are attached to the freako.
Yeah. So everyone's now involved in it, but not saying that it is, there are degrees in it. So when I think the mad thing straight, I think that like, it's taken. Like, I think that scene, like, they're doing this to do like for these wealthy other individuals. There is actually something slightly different. That can still be bad, because if there's drugs involved, if people don't know, if they think they're going there to have a good time and your thing is different, that's still crazy, isn't it?
It's a big house, so one section of the house could be like normal shit. Yeah. And then the other side
everyone's
of the house,
in the front room dancing with Chris Brown and that Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
someone's over there.
And then you press a little button and then, like, you know, the walls just spin and then you're in some next sexual dungeon.
Yeah. So I don't know what to think, but like, obviously these jokes, you got to run these jokes.
You don't know what to think.
What's going on? Where to go? Like, what's going to happen next?
Okay.
Like, it's not like, I know if you're guilty of this, throw my man in. It doesn't mean like I'm going to struggle massively with the attachment to the music. It is sad, and I think people are allowed to think that. Like, if you are a massive hip hop fan, if like a certain genre, a certain time period, if had an attachment to you growing up, it is to a bit of sadness. You can feel that. It's not straight away throw my man in the bin.
We have to be real though. We have to be real, and outside of online, because everyone has the perfect take. Or, you know,
you can tailor your take, you can edit it, you can do
what I'm saying? But outside of that, like, there are a lot of people that, you know, he's impacted in terms of, like, you know, what he's contributed to hip hop. Yeah, especially like if you grew up around that time. Like, yes, that can be true, but then at the same time, these things are just too nuts.
No, there is. But I think also what's probably hurting that side of things is, at the minute, it definitely feels like a large part of the focus is the salacious stuff. So, was him and Stevie J having gay sex with these people? When really truthfully, there are people being harmed, crimes. Yeah. If him and Stevie J engaged in gay sex or
two big hardback men, like, go really, do your thing over there. Like, that shouldn't be the front page, which obviously is what
sex sells, though, isn't it? So. It does.
It does. But I think how hip hop historically has been like homophobic and all of these things. It's a very macho space, isn't it? Yeah. It's a very macho space. So like having that on your jacket or like having that stain, obviously like in the inverted commas hip hop community, like it's gonna ring a little different or it's gonna take more of the focal point. Of course, but there's a lot, like there's serious crimes at hand. Yeah. Cassie's just opened that kind of worms and it's raining down on him. Do you know what I mean? Like, and obviously, like he's got a lot of powerful friends that might even be implicated in all of this.
How do you feel about the conspiracy that the tactical raid was more to protect those powerful friends? Because if my man's got all these videos, because like the whole sex and blackmail is a thing that go hand in hand. If he's got all these videos of people engaging in stuff that could come out and ruin reputations and mess with people, let's go in there and try and find all this evidence. Because what were they looking for when they went there? He's not there. If they want to arrest him, like it's not like he's necessarily hiding. Like he's been out.
Like if you're like someone like, you know, as powerful or even more powerful, you're not gonna want to be tied to this freako.
I don't want Freako to speak here, but it's so fitting. Like the freaky Rico, freaky Ziggy.
Forever funny.
Like, so I think he's gonna be, if he has any like inkling that he's gonna get,
he will know early enough. I think
like a lot of time, or like, you know, he's gonna go down. He's gonna start pointing fingers, I think.
Well, people are gonna start, and people are going to go missing. Because Diddy like dodged jail. There's one like the whole Shine case thing is like
he's always dodged.
She has not changed her story that Diddy shot his gun in the club that night, and she got hit, and Shine went to jail for 10 years, and then his life is he's done. He's doing.
Did they find weapons in his crib?
Well, Diddy's house.
Yeah.
I'm sure we wouldn't like.
Yeah, I would have heard about it.
Like that would have been a news story. So,
yeah, maybe. I'm judging by like, you know, the laws in America. I don't know.
And if you did, if they're legal guns,
yeah.
I don't know what the laws are in LA in regards to firearms and stuff, but like, I think this thing has got a lot more twists and turns still to go. So.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
He's the super villain that like we were uber focused on. Suge Knight. Meanwhile, whilst he was dancing, like there was another side to him, like a darker side.
I said on the podcast a while ago about Diddy really being a gangster.
Yeah,
and I know it's maybe not should talk about it now in the second, but I gave some examples of like these things happening, the kettlebell incident with his son, like
very crazy.
Like he when it comes to being violent, he's on it.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, he's on it.
My man was gonna fight 2-Bit when he was Joker.
Yeah.
I'm showing you love.
Change your frequency and come to Daddy's house.
Come and change your vibrations. That's
crazy.
Chrissy, come and change your vibration.
Honestly, I'm okay, thank you.
Come to the love house.
I'm right.
Come and vibrate. No.
Nope. No.
Yeah, there's a lot going on over there. So we'll twist and turns though, because we spoke about. I feel like the couple weeks leading up to me going on holiday, Vans going on holiday, we kept speaking about Kate Middleton.
Yeah,
and then they tried the clean up, innit? You got the ultimate clean up. There's a few, you know, like Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Where you kind of go, I got cancer. I said, you know what?
Wait.
I take back everything I said.
Vans was like, how did we get here?
I can't run any more jokes. Because when you say what can I say? Jokes. I tell people that are running hella jokes going, you know what? Fair play, this is really sad. Because it is.
Yeah.
A young mother, you don't know what's going on. But I will be honest, I'm not going to do the easy, I always knew. What stood out to me though was, this is the future queen of this country, and soon to be, because even health scare aside, Charles is up in age. He's not going to be around for long, innit?
They said 2 years.
5 years, 10 years, he's probably going to go.
So 2?
Cool. But I'm saying like health issues aside, yeah? She has not been seen in public. There are these rumours around her, what's going on, all these conspiracy theories, whether she's trying to leave, he cheated, he's got another child. We come to find out from what they're telling us, she's ill, terminal illness potentially. You're telling me the future queen of this country is not sat there with her husband beside her, the future king of this country, in a matter of years, maybe months, days, for this public address. And she sat there by herself. That in itself was weird for me from the get-go. Because I know this breakdown has come out from Getty Images.
Yeah, but the queen weren't making no announcements with Philip.
But that's different though. Because he's not the king, innit? He isn't. He's Prince Philip. Hold your title, bro.
Yeah, but she's not.
When Williams becomes, she's queen alongside man. Like it's not a Prince Philip thing. It's not.
That's crazy.
It's not a Prince Philip thing. It's not going to be.
It favors the women in the royal family.
Come on, man, come to death row.
Bruv, man was holding Prince for time. I'm like, Rob, you married to the queen. She's
charged, firm that, bro.
Yeah, charged to the game, hold it.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but watch The Crown. This is my story and I'm sticking to it, innit? That's just my theory, innit? And take away all titles aside, yeah. If this was like a political scandal and a Lib Dem MP in the early 90s was caught in a sex scandal with Red Boys, yeah, he would be in his public address with his wife right beside him. As a family, we're getting this together.
Unit.
You telling me you're not beside your wife and she tells the public she has cancer? Yeah, that's weird, bro.
It's crazy.
It leaves the holes open.
It's a little bit disjointed as well, especially in contrast to his brother. Whenever like they've got a statement, he's by his woman's side.
And I know
Harry's
that's right.
there like, I chose my Beyonce. How do you treat your Beyonce?
Wow.
Yeah. Big up your Jim Jones. Or big up my Jim Jones. Brixton Jim Jones. I just think that's weird.
Every step of the way. I mean, like, I just think that they've had a mare since the Queen's passed.
Yeah.
Who's that? She held everything together. That's what it looks like.
Big Liz.
Everything together.
What?
Big Lizzie. Like, obviously, she's the longest reigning, innit?
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Like, that holds weight. So, I guess, like, she knew how to operate. And she's carried them through generations. And now, like, it's come to this type of generation where everything is hyper visible. Everyone's on social media. They have an opinion and all of these things. And you have to change a little bit, like, with society, which, you know, they've had, like, even from a PR standpoint, this has been a disaster. What was that Photoshop stuff about? Like,
goodness me.
I only brought this up because Getty Images put into question the authenticity of the video.
Yeah, you see it there. So like,
that's why I'm just like,
you've got, like, you know, like corporations that shouldn't even speak on you, man, like that.
But that for me feels like something
the
behind the scenes.
Press.
The veil slipped, bro.
The contract a little because it's like, what's the term? Is it? We pose, you pay.
Sure.
That's what I've heard as a term. So it's like, we're going to give you a certain level of access in terms of the media machine, and that will allow us to keep this privileged position where we don't work and we're just like, because modern societies, in my opinion, don't need a royal family per se, or not on this level of grandiose stuff, innit? Obviously, Britain, England, slightly different.
Lizzie was that goon, man. Like, once she's gone, like, the whole team scatters.
But if they've behind the scenes not done with it, like, you know, like grease palms, keep up the contract. That's what, because like you were saying, Getty Images shouldn't be coming out and clarifying for us on the timeline that this might be a fake video.
Mere mortals.
Yeah.
Something's happened behind the scenes.
Speaking on the royal family like that, like them bold claims.
Yeah. Wow. It's actually all over. I don't think that the royal family can recover from this in the sense.
No.
Charles ain't even on the notes yet.
Camilla somewhere like punching the air.
She's
almost made it.
She's actually screaming.
Diana had that laugh.
That he who laughed last, loved best. I think, what was I even saying?
He was about to start waxing lyrical.
Yeah, I was.
The hate just consumed you. She started fighting imaginary sidekicks in her head. She couldn't focus. You watching too much Nollywood, man.
Camilla.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they're not going to recover from this. That's
what I was going to say. In the sense that I'm not saying that we're going to abolish the monarchy tomorrow, but I think you've got everyday people now questioning the royal family, whereas that hasn't really happened before because we didn't have social media and stuff like that. But now there are just things that are too difficult to deny, because now people are just saying this babe is supposed to be queen soon and you're telling us that we can't see her as taxpayers who pay for her life.
Yeah.
Where is she?
And to make myself clear, if, like, you know, she does have cancer, it's a sad time for them. Like, at the moment, there's 2 like cancer news in the space of a month, like significant ones as well. So, like,
but I think that goes on saying that the public isn't that callous. Like, it's sad, isn't it? Like,
having to do with that, where the PR team are fucking up,
blaming the cancer, the
like,
proposed cancer patient.
You're making me more ill.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and now I got stress on top of cancer.
It's crazy.
They're trying to off me for
They
real.
threw her under the bus with that one, and I think that is very disgusting.
Like, let's say get the images are wrong. Let's say the video is authentic, cool, but just the fact that that's out there again, because this is meant to be the cleanup.
Yeah.
After all the things that have happened, we saw the fake Kate. Like, come on, man, allow me, man. That wasn't Kate, innit?
Like,
someone that's never out and about like that, or hasn't been. She's out shopping.
She's had surgery, abdominal surgery, and she's
like
carrying
she's in Bicester
bags.
Village and that.
You know what I mean? Like,
She's in the Bicester by Ralph's.
That's crazy.
To the BBL.
Going to Ralph's after a BBL. See what tracks you can cover this.
Very
Come
crazy.
on, man. They're mocking us, isn't it? So yeah, that's like I said, twists and turns earlier, innit? So, but there has lots gone on. We can center it back on music though, because I'm just like, raw. This bare tunes, that stuff's come out, and in Chrissy's world, the girls are fighting.
The girls are fighting.
I can see why you guys didn't want to be Drake too early, because they're on his head top right now.
Good.
On his head top. Wow. That's hate.
What was that?
That's hate.
Oh.
She was like, good.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even, it just slipped out.
You say you hate light skin men? What's going on?
No, Drake. I've been very consistent about my feelings to Drake.
Wax lyrical about why you
He's just such a wet lettuce. Like,
God.
Just, who are you? Like, who are you? Who are you, Aubrey Graham? Do you know?
Fair.
Like, it's one thing to...
I've seen him in various football tops in the UK. So yeah.
I
was just helping you.
Thank you. Yeah, stuff like that. Who do you support? First, you're a basketball fan. Like, you're all up in the videos, all up in the like photo shoots. You're under a basketballer's arm. Be shy for yourself, Aubrey.
I mean, they are very tall human beings.
No, but come on, and you're grinning,
gazing into their eyes.
Oh my God.
And LeBron.
Like you've met the family for the first time.
I'll never disappoint you.
Oh
LeBron.
my goodness, no. Like, you've got Latina Drake, you've got Edgeware Road Drake, you've got Afro Beats Drake. Like, pick a side.
West Indian Drake, and then the stuff that he does with women as well. It's just like, ugh. Do you like him and Sexy Red together?
Shall I like them?
They're having a wonderful time.
Good for them.
Hands on your knees. You know?
Yeah.
Bend that ass over.
If we're out, you're gonna shake your shoulders to that.
Gotta let that coochie breathe. That's the lyrics.
Okay.
Is it not?
Yeah, right.
That's on the hook.
Shouts out to Rap
That's
Genius
crazy.
in the corner over there.
That's on the hook, bro. Let that coochie breathe.
Music
you want to
is
go sing along, innit? You know, make this memorable, man.
Do I?
Okay, I don't know where we're going, but you know.
Yeah.
Chrissy can bring us back in the car.
No, thank you to Aubrey.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you want to start? Because obviously,
we'll start with
the album,
Future's album. What's it called again?
We Don't Trust You?
Yeah. So him and Metro. Good album.
We don't fucking trust.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And enjoying it. Obviously, that song stands out because it's like, okay, we've not heard from Kendrick in a while, and it's very clear he's shooting at Drake and to a degree as well, J. Cole. So it made people draw a line in the sand. I said earlier about like everyone.
I think J. Cole just caught strays because
Yeah,
he was
there.
in the way, kind of thing.
I think it's more than that, because if you go back and listen to First Person Shooter,
Yeah.
it feels clear he's taking shots at Kendrick as well. Because you can't say it's a big three and then say the Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake.
I don't think it's a shot though. I think he's just saying...
You can't then big me up. Because it's like the back end, you're saying it's a big three, it's acknowledging it's us three. But then, so how can it be the big three and then the Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake? Those two things can't coexist. Because I didn't catch it straight away. I'm not going to pretend I didn't catch it straight away. And that's what I've liked about this as well, because we'll get into conversation about going back and listening to older songs and hearing blatant subliminals at Drake and Kendrick and stuff.
I know. And obviously everything is up for interpretation,
of
right?
Course.
With how you perceive things.
Debate.
We are. And I do get why people think that, you know, you're including us in the big three, which he acknowledges, which everyone does.
Yeah.
It's been coined that for a number of years now, and they've all managed to sustain, you know, their powers in their respective lanes. Do you know what I'm saying? But still being, still like scoring points like against each other, like, and obviously the criteria's a lot more broad, right? And Kendrick is the one that's like the least active in terms of like, you know, features, just being outside.
Regular album runs every 12,
like,
18 months. Yeah, of course.
He's someone that drops every 4 or 5 years.
More quality than quantity. Exactly.
So he's now seeing like the other two of the big three, you know, like
They're on tour together.
They're on tour together.
The buddy thing.
They've got this big song, big budget video. He's also on Scary Hours as well.
Of course.
Like they've just, and every time they're on stage together, they're doing the kumbaya thing.
You're doing a bromance.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Black boy joy, light skinned black boy joy.
But obviously, Drake's been shooting at Kendrick they've been shooting at each other since the Control verse.
Of course, yeah.
Like it rubbed Drake up the wrong way. I don't know why, but it is what it is.
Because you put a name on it, innit?
I mean, like everyone else was on it. It was not just you, nigga. Like
yeah, but I don't care about everyone. I care about myself.
But the thing is that like he's not saying he's just saying that this is a sport. We're cool, but when I'm on a song with you, like I'm aiming to do better than you. That's all it was.
But it's because of
like, don't take it personal and start being upset. Like
it's
if you're gonna shoot,
because you're saying what I'd like to say we all in inverted commas look at when we see certain rappers on a song. Like recently we've had in the UK where like Dave has everyone on a song together, or we spoke on the Scraps album, everyone's on like the Line of Fire, like the little rap cut where everyone's on it and they're rapping together. We know everyone's trying to have the best verse. When you say it publicly that I'm trying to body you, I'm trying to, it is almost like I'm laying down the gauntlet and low-key embarrassing you a little bit. I can understand someone being upset
for the
about
sport.
It. And if you don't know the nature of their friendship behind the scenes.
If you're an athlete in this thing, like you should just be like, all right, cool. Like if we do jump on a song together, like cool, bring your best shit, I'll bring mine. That's how it's always been. Like for the consumer to debate like who had the better verse. Like I think it's just a rite of passage. I don't think that what he said was offensive. That's why all the other MCs that he mentioned never took it in the same way that Drake took it.
I think he's a little bit sensitive. I'll give that, because I've seen the interview with Elliot Wilson where he like talks a little bit spicy about him. I think things are a bit different because he took him on tour early. So I think when it feels like I helped you earlier on, because you don't know the conversations happening with maybe Top Dog and all the people behind the scenes on his label to be like, okay, want to get my man on tour. You don't know those conversations, so people can look at like, right, if I'm helping Bush you, put you in front of crowds, you can't diss me. I can understand that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. I'm all for the smoke but I can understand someone being upset about that if earlier on I gave you a look and you've also been, because if Drake wants to diss Kendrick, there are countless clips of Kendrick speaking so highly about Drake, him being inspired, Drake helping him. Drake can use that as a little voice bit before the diss. It's an easy layup. He can use them, so I can understand him not liking it. And I think we're being a little historical with that thing. People were upset at the time. Bare people responded. Bare people responded to Controverse. Bare people responded. Meek Mill responded. He's got a good diss back.
More people, yeah, but like
people that didn't get this responded as well.
What I'm saying, yeah, people that didn't get
you didn't get mentioned, bro.
were up in arms. But the thing is that like they kept it on a sport level, which is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's not like I'm not mad. Like if he was to respond like on a rhythm, like yeah, do it.
That's what we want, bro.
Like, but making it personal over this, for me, it was a bit of a reach. But whatever, innit? Like we fast forward, we move on. They're all getting bigger in their careers. Like they're dropping. J.
Cole's having a crazy run the last 2 years.
J. Cole, he's probably like, rapping the best at the moment because obviously like he's
active.
He's active and like he's aiming to kind of like just keep it rap and I want to be the best at this rap thing.
Yeah.
And he's appearing on other people's songs and he's bodying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like so, and Kendrick is like the album guy, but everyone knows how skilled he is. Like that's not someone that you want to like just draw out like that. So obviously, Future and Metro Boomin have their own personal beefs with Drake. They happen to make this project together. Yeah. And
I've heard different things. I heard it's more of a Metro had an issue with Drake.
Metro did have an issue with Drake.
Future siding with his guy. I've heard other stuff like Future had an issue with Drake doing the album with 21
It's in the lyrics though. It's in the lyrics. If like, if you listen to some of the stuff that Future's saying on this, it's
about
like
that,
it's like they have their own personal thing.
But what do you think is their thing?
I think it's over a woman. I think with
that's what Vans is saying.
I think
obviously.
with Metro,
put the bullet in the gun, bro.
Oh,
I mean, like it's like the intro, the second verse on the intro, like he's dragging Drake, like
basically saying you're a bitch, bro.
Like he's actually dragging him, like But then Metro and Drake have had their thing like prior to.
Do you remember the video where he's shouts out to the tweeters and deleters?
Yep.
Because Metro said something cheeky about my man. And
Yep. So obviously we don't trust you. It's like, you know, if they gained inspiration from the hate to make this was crazy.
Is this good for you because they hate fuels you, innit?
Do you know what?
Powering
up. Nah, not even. I just thought that like it was great music. I think Metro Boomin like is the best within his class.
What song did they flip? Is it Seen It All? They got Future on an old school hip hop beat, and he sounds crazy,
bro. Like when I knew,
I think it's called Seen It All.
Yeah. So when I when with the Quiet Storm flip,
because Future shouldn't be on Quiet Storm.
Virtue.
But bro,
what they did to it,
like, and he's rapping more on this album, like it's less
because
melodic
the
and
hate
stuff.
is fueling him, bro. Yeah. There's no codeine on this, bro. This is just hate.
100%, and like the production is just nuts. And it took for me to watch the Red Bull Symphony, the Metro Boomin one, to really like stand up and be like, nah. He's 30.
Do you know what would get you, yeah? Have you seen a clip of him making a beat from scratch for Gilly and Wallow? Because Gilly's like, Gilly obviously is now a podcast, he doesn't rap. Unless there's some verse, like he doesn't rap, he doesn't need to. Yeah. Go and watch there's a clip of Wallow finding like an old school like soul sample. They get Metro to play around with it. He finds a beat, makes a beat for Gilly, and Gilly's rapping cold. Yeah. Metro's taking photos of him, like capturing the moment. Just going and watching that, along with this thing, but going and watching that shows you, my man thing's a bit different.
I think like him and like Hit Boy were neck and neck at one point, but I think he's better than him right now. Obviously, Hit Boy is still active. He's doing like, you know, he's done lots. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? He's done stuff with Beyonce, obviously Watch the Throne.
Nas, all that.
Yeah, the Nas thing just won Grammys and stuff. Like even the album with Music Soul Child that he dropped hard. Yeah, but Metro is different, man. He's better than him. He's better than Tay Keith. He's better than.
Okay, all right. I told him to put the bullet in the gun, man. Man, start firing, bro.
He's better than Zaytoven. He's better than Boy Wonder at the moment. Like he's just the guy right now for me.
Vans is trying to get into the club in Atlanta. I need a VIP pass.
Can't even get into the States.
There we go. That's
a pod for another day. That's a pod for another day. But my thing is, like I'm with you. I really enjoy the album, and I think my man is. I don't know. I won't go jump on a ledge with you about who's better than, but I think his thing is separate. There is a bit of me, I do lean to conspiracy of a girl in between them, but also like sometimes wrong and strong. Like you've been out with your friend, maybe more man than like, your brother fucked up, but I'm backing him. Mm-hmm. I also lean towards that as well. I don't know if there's as much smoke between Future and Drake as we're being like led to believe. We don't know really what's happened. We're just speculating. But I feel more that Metro and Drake have got an issue, and Future's going, bro, who makes my beats? Who don't, like, I'm siding with mine. That's my brethren. So wrong, right?
It's true, but like I won't sit here and say that like it didn't seem like they had a friendship. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
what's that? What? Who did have a friendship?
Future and Drake at one point.
No, but that's because for me, because like. Unless I'm missing stuff, though, prior to this album coming out, I didn't know of any issues with Future and Drake.
Well, so this is like the reason why I feel like it's not just like Future taking sides. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if I was to take sides, I'm not gonna make an album about it and start saying certain things that pertain to, you know, like, this is like.
It can't be about a bitch dog we sharing.
Yeah, like it's, you know.
Something else.
Because like Drake's been talking to a lot of people in his verses for time.
Bro, Drake's been talking so I go back and listen, like
he's talking to a bunch of niggas.
And what's annoying is like the shoe will fit, because there's this obviously clip about Kanye where he says Drake will be dissing you, only you will know. Yeah, when I go back and listen, I'm like, he could be talking about Kendrick, he could be talking about Pusha T again, Kanye West,
AM and Charlotte. Like it went over people's heads, but he was talking to Kendrick on that.
Yeah. How do you feel about? So we spoke about, I think I said more quality than quantity, and we spoke about obviously J. Cole being like super active on all these features. Yeah, how do you feel about like the attention seeking angle of you kind of disappear?
Who?
Kendrick. You kind of do the kind of old school artist thing where like album cycle, you're outside, you tour, but outside of that, you're a bit more elusive. You don't show up. Yeah, let me land. Mm-hmm. I'm outside. Because remember we spoke about when I think you said Drake was on stage and he said like, I'm here, I'm dropping albums consistently.
Yep.
There is a credit to being in people's faces and being here present in the era where like we want music all the time.
That was a
like
shot.
That was a shot.
So
you come back though, and your reintroduction is to this. It's gonna sound mad because it's Kendrick. He doesn't need. He's got Grammys, Pulitzer. He's had classic albums, but the guys that are active, I still kind of want that a little bit from you as well. Like show up and do what and maybe not to the same level. Do a little bit of what J. Cole's been doing.
I'm with you, bro.
And body some stuff,
bro. You have no idea, yeah. When I was in Andorra, when we had downtime with the Mandem, these are the kind of debates that we were having.
These times when the girls at home think they're there with babes, man, are there in the Alps debating hip hop.
When we're back in the apartment, like obviously, like one of us was like a super Kendrick fan, so obviously I'm telling him what you're saying. Yeah, it's like rah, like you know, like you kind of need to. Like have more on your rap sheet. Like yes, you've got the albums, which is what I think everyone kind of strives for, to have classic
critical
albums,
acclaim as well.
Critical acclaim, especially like in hip hop. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a major stamp when you can have bona fide classics where everyone agrees. Do you know what I'm saying? Like which is like I think he has like more of that universal stamp than all of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like so, but I was just like, don't just disappear, like show, you know, but not hearing from him and then coming on this like that in the way that he constructed that verse, like he's still very much match fit and he's ready, like for like, do you know what I'm saying? No, so these are like kind of the things that he can come back and say like, rah, I can be gone, and like I'm not saying no one's name, but I'm making it clear, and I'm like adding reference in each and every line of that verse. And the worst thing is that everyone's going to be dancing to this in the club.
You know, and to
counteract
my point, if he got dissed on 8 AM Charlotte and J. Cole low-key dissed him on first person shooter, he's just responded essentially. So like you can counteract it by saying he's not attention.
He's very me and Cole, me and Drake. Kendrick's like niggas clicking up.
You can't big me up and then push me out of the conversation, innit? So that's
I mean, like I'm acknowledging you, but then I'm going back to like the theme of me and this other one on the song.
Yeah.
Like, but Cole he's just a recipient of the collaboration, just like how 50 did when Fat Joe and Jadakiss jumped on New York with Ja Rule.
Man, don't help Ja Rule. I'm trying to kill this nigga.
I'm trying to like, you're in the way. We're shooting at civilians as well.
Oh.
Sorry, like obviously metaphorically, not like
not physically.
Safe streets.
Yeah, I'm with you. I follow. There's so many theories. A little bit of me also when I think I was saying in the earlier part of the convo about the whole bromance. There is a fakeness in hip hop. Maybe this is highlighting the fake bro love and spud emoji genre we've had for a while in hip hop. Maybe for ages, Future actually doesn't like Drake. You know, like sometimes I have this theory about like milking the cow. And I've got quite a few examples. I've even got in the podcast space. If we have time, we'll talk about it. But sometimes you milk because you can kill it and eat now, or do you keep it alive and keep getting it fat? And that's what you do with Drake. But people probably don't like him or don't like how he moves, but you can't help but fuck with him on a certain level, whether that's you take the opportunity and do the song with him, or you go on stage with him and do the tour. One could argue maybe J. Cole don't fuck with Drake like that. But we are where we are now. We don't know all the people, all the money people might have lost during COVID. Because we're seeing everybody doing shows now. It's like, it's outside time, innit? But you don't know if Drake and J. Cole really fuck with each other like that.
The thing is, I think we need to, like, because we see these people working together, we can't assume that they're the best of boys.
But they do sell us a lot of narratives as well.
Like, well, just because of how the culture is positioned. It's just like, you know, when a rapper starts his own record label.
Yeah.
And he brings all the other little rappers under him and stuff. And then it's like, oh yeah, we're a family, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a record label.
But you're signed to a 7-album deal.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
here's 4K and an advance on a chain.
And yes, like, the music and the process of making the music can be fun. Like,
of course,
it's just doing fun shit at work. Like, these man have these kind of perks. So the lifestyle is definitely glorified in that kind of way. So it makes us seem like, but like they could be friends, but just like from a distance, like I'm, you know, like I'm doing my shit, you're doing your shit. Like we can chill together whenever we have the time to, but like these men are actually working. They're the biggest in their field. They don't have time to be following each other around. They've got their own moves to make. They've got their own albums to make, and they've got their own journeys to make. Like it's not to say that there's like full animosity. Like they could be like, yeah, we're cool, and then when we get together we can make magic in the studio.
But then like, when people don't really like each other, it shows up because the girl infighting thing, like the unfollowing thing, is hilarious, bro.
So
it's salacious. It adds to the conversation.
Yeah, so like again, like you know, we don't have to be the best of friends, but like, like I didn't know you were gonna chat about a man like that to this babe, like.
And pillow talking doing it, can bring down a nation.
We're doing it like we've got the same relationship with this one babe.
Now, in fairness, I will cut the man in some slack. When you get to the point where you're done and your meat is unsoft, as a man in bed, you're at your most vulnerable.
Oh yeah, so you start singing like a canary.
You're just in bed, and they start asking you bare questions.
I'm not part of that, Rico.
Yeah. Let's try and avoid jail time, lads out there. But I'm just saying, don't do that. You women know when to start asking questions and that. Don't need to have a long day from work. He's just on the sofa and that chilling. You don't know the time to approach the man them and that. So I feel like that plays a part as well.
Yeah, 100%, man. But yeah, like again, like you wouldn't think that. And listen, man. Like yes, we might be sharing, but we have a different bond.
That is insane.
No, Chrissy, no.
That's actually insane.
I wanna play this game a little because like there is this thing with the man then where everyone likes to downplay the situations.
Yes.
He may genuinely just be having a friends with benefits enjoyment type thing, adult wrestling time. He over there really loves her, but he's downplaying his thing. So when he finds out, but because we are how we've presented to the public as these macho guys who've got all the women, a lot of the gallises, they're just as sneaky, and there's bare guys that are sneaky with money. Like it just magnifies 100%. Who you are. I think that's also a big thing as well. Tell us from early that you love her, bro. So man might leave her alone.
But that babe was like, "Don't mix me." And yeah, I would. This is public now.
And certain men are claiming babes that they don't want to be done.
Your man are fighting on wax.
Yeah,
it's true. Online.
And in this era, they'll find you. They didn't even mention her name. They found her.
No. If the rumor's out there, you're talking about
they found her.
I'm gonna come out from behind the rock.
Start calling Future Nevadius.
Yeah.
You know, like this Nevadius.
This isn't you.
I can stop him. I know him. It's funny, man. You know, I'll bring it back to music a little bit. How do we feel about? At this point, it's been, is it a week and a half now since this? And no response from Drake on wax in terms of music. Because when he was going back and forth with Meek Mill, what was the infamous line? I waited 7 days, where y'all at?
Bro, it's a tactic. He was playing like offensive then. Now he's playing defensive.
Yeah. Because at the time I remember, I wasn't cutting Meek Mill any slack, but if I'm going to be fair, he was on tour with Nicki, there was a lot going on. I was like, just go studio, innit? Now, the threat is different because you've got essentially Future, Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar, the whole rap game. Pusha T might pop out. So I would like him to be Rick Ross as well. I would like him to be a bit more tactical. But the fan in me just wants a response. Do you cut him any slack where like, is there a cut-off period where you're like, if he hasn't responded by this point, he's done now? I do cut him slack, but I can understand why people wouldn't. Especially like when you set that precedent on back-to-back. Wait, it's 7 days. Where y'all? 4. Yeah. 4. I'm just adding the days, isn't it? Yeah. We knew what you meant. Yeah, he didn't give him a chance. He did charged up, and then he was like, you know what? I ain't heard nothing from this little like jab. Let me just go for the juggernaut. So we saw what happened last time when he retaliated with the duppy. Yeah. So he has to like, this is a different opponent now. Kendrick's different. Not a small boy. And, you know, as great as this like that verse is, like, these are just jabs, but just like they're warming, in every warming, like, but like, you know when like they're jabbing the whole round and it's irritating you. No, a jab will take you. You can win a 12-round fight. Yeah. Just get your head jabbed off. Yep. Gilet Zhang. When the big Chinese don. If he jabs you for 12 rounds, your face is going to be finished. Oh. Yep. And he's smacking you know, the Donny on your corner as well in the process. Yeah,
sorry to everyone.
So I mean, I'd like Cole's probably the most likely to be next up in terms of a release.
Oh, in terms of like a project and stuff.
Yeah, so like he's gearing up for it. Like he's taking him off the Drake tour to focus on the album. He's dropped a few freestyles over the past couple of weeks as well.
I see a few things.
He's been going in, but is that energy going to be transcended over to like a response to what Kendrick said? He might just start smacking up Drake as well. And
Hell in the Cell thing, man. Fight everybody.
Like, because his mission is like, yo, I'm the one that's killing this at the moment.
Yeah. I would like to see that. I think they all should engage, and we've been waiting for ages because, like, it happens in
decade. Like we've been waiting.
Like, how long do we wait before we got Floyd, Mayweather, and Pacquiao? Yeah, and like we've been waiting. Okay, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have been waiting for ages for that. So hopefully it will happen, but I just don't want it to happen at a point where now it's kind of like rubbed out a bit. But
Cole is rapping at a high level. Kendrick is obviously rapping at a high level, and regardless of what people say about Drake, like the Donny can rap at a high level.
I think he showed with his disses that
Scary Hours Free, like he showed you that man can rap.
How would you rank their rapping ability right now?
J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake.
I'd say that's fair.
Cole's just done too much and be too active recently. I know what Kendrick's got in the tank. If we're talking purely about the sport and engaging, Kendrick could be higher because he hates Drake. And when the hate fuels you, and you're like, if he messes that up, I'll be so disappointed in him because he's been wanting him to engage for so long, like properly, not like the subliminal thing and trying to like big boy me for success because of the gap. Kendrick shouldn't fumble that. If Drake finds a way to beat Kendrick, honestly, I think everyone should just leave Drake alone. Because you can take the Pusha L. Telling us you recorded the diss and you didn't put it out, that's on you. Take that L. I don't care what anyone says. I know Pusha's been going at them. I listened to Exodus, how he treated Wayne and Cash Money. No one predicted that. Yeah. Because it was more, not that the diss wasn't cold, it was more how the information was presented. Sick.
Yeah, you're slapping man up. That's all it was. It wasn't like, I'm not here to do tactics.
Yeah.
I'm here
to
you made
man tap out. Man admitted he tapped out. So you've won. You won
to brutalize.
So you can take that L. But if he does get a Kendrick one, because I don't like how I can understand why some people didn't overly love the Kendrick verse because of like the tonality and the whiny voice and it's like,
bro, it gets better every time I listen to it. I can't lie.
It's hilarious, but because I don't love Eminem's voice at times. I don't like his voice.
First line, these niggas like talking out their neck.
You can hear Eminem's influence in Kendrick at times, innit? I feel like you can hear it. So
sometimes it's all about how you start.
No, he was aggressive, bro.
Like, I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Like,
he's got the Chuck Taylors laced up.
Yeah.
And the Dickies on and a white t-shirt.
This is like Kendrick, like doing pull-ups outside Fatburger in Crenshaw.
Yeah. Okay. And the prison house.
Doing the press-ups.
You know that video? Like prison burpees.
Like, yes, stop collaborating with your cousin Baby Keem all the time. Get in the booth.
Yeah, don't get too artsy-fartsy on
do you know what I'm saying? Like, do the business. Now you're no longer on TDE, you're on your own thing. Like, you can call your own shots. Yeah. Like, engage.
I think he's got some stuff pre-recorded already.
He's ready.
I think he's got about 100 bars that apply to any beat, any time. That if let's say we recorded, you know that famous last words. It happened when the whole Drake and Pusha thing happened. We recorded the podcast. It was wonderful. And then like a day later, Pusha responded. We had to go back and re-record.
Damn.
Yeah. If that happens, I think Kendrick's got something. He's just there. Like if Drake responded today,
he's on tour. He's going to finish that. I think he's going to finish that.
When does his tour end?
Like next week or something.
Okay, yeah.
He can't swerve it.
He doesn't have to rush because he can just say.
He's just like posting little captions.
But what did Kanye West say? No more parties in LA. I'm saying no more captions in Toronto. I don't want any more captions, bro.
Fair enough.
I don't want no more captions. But if you're not going to respond, stay silent and do that, and then respond then. I don't want to see you overly angry and emotional on stage. Keep performing, sing to the babes, enjoy it. You're on tour getting this money. And then
when you be angry though, like when you're like just sitting there, like after the show is done, you open up your phone, you're on the gram.
Yeah.
You can see like a lot of rappers are jumping on like this thing. You're seeing LeBron like rapping over to the Kendrick verse. Yeah. You're seeing Ross posting himself playing it in a car. Like people that like you once had a relationship with are all siding with the people that are shooting at you currently.
But in my opinion, it's easy for me to say because it's not my shoes, isn't it? But I would like to think that I would handle it where I use it as fuel. Like
at that stage in your career, you should be more composed.
Everybody is against me.
Yeah. At the level that you're at, like you're the biggest, like I would show more composure.
And I do like, but it is. I like raw, true emotion, innit? Like we can critique it and say he's been over him, but if that's how he truly feels, I like that it's being expressed, it's not being suppressed. Because I also don't like, I can't talk about tell us how you really feel about if you really love her, like show us. Because when man are suppressing stuff, that's how this weirdness comes out. He genuinely, like we was debating earlier about him handling him, like being too emotional about Kendrick just saying that it's for the sport. If he didn't like it, I might not like he didn't like it, but he's genuine raw emotion that he didn't like that, innit? Show that to us, but hopefully it translates in the music. I saw with the back to the LeBron thing where he admits that he didn't engage a pusher. I don't like his response, but he said he used that energy to fuel him to go and record certain songs on that album, and it was some of the better songs on the album. So channel it somewhere. Go and link Back on Not Nice. Go and link the goons around you. Get in the headlines attire. Put on the one like night glove and find the gangster in you. Yeah. Find it.
Yeah, and I think this is what frustrates him the most, because like I feel like he was forced to do like to be this person, because at his core, like he probably just wanted to come in and rap, be successful, and everyone embrace him.
Yeah, bare emo rap, bare introspection and that.
But
the game, do you know, it's the game.
The game ain't, the game ain't pretty. Like, and he's seen that. Like he's put a lot of like faith in people and the relationships that he's built, and then to turn around and see that like at some point, like each and every one of you, man, needed me at some point.
But that's what I'm saying. You can feel that because Jay-Z warned him on Light Up. I can go back and listen to old songs. He warned him exactly how he's going to play, and he's playing it that way. Yep. He should do that. So use the snippets of Kendrick talking about how much he inspired him and how much he helped him. I've always said it. You didn't agree with me. I say that Drake absolutely smoked Rick Ross on Gold Roses, because I love that's the biggest downfall about this whole thing.
Yep.
We may never get Rick Ross and Drake music again. I think they'll patch it up. But when I look back in the archives, I feel like
they've got way too many bangers.
There's always been a little smoke, because when Meek Mill was beefing Drake, or just at the tail end of it, Rick Ross was kind of getting interviewed about how he felt about it at the time, and you know, like
he had some words on it.
He said
for him on
verbatim, it was like, "These are the little homies. It's not beef. If I'm Drake and I'm as successful as I am, yes, you are the boss. All this stuff. I'm not your little homie." In terms of success, I've lapped you many times over. You're a little homie. Vans, I'm not your little homie, bro. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not your little homie.
I'm not gonna call you big bro either. Sorry, just because of success. Like
I'm with that.
How we carry ourselves as men and things like that. Like age is a factor as well, regardless of being grown men. I think that's what he kind of meant. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I can understand it being taken the other way. I'm not your little homie, bro. It's spicy.
Because of success, yes.
I'm not your little homie. And don't position it that way in conversation. Meek Mill's your little homie. I'm not Meek Mill. Don't say that's the little homies. It's not beef.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm not your little homie, bro.
I understand what you're saying.
Because I've seen people in the ends like, you can be little big bro. I won't call you big bro. I'll give you respect as a man. But to some people, you're little big bro. So...
Yeah.
I'm just looking. I'm looking for angles in it.
I mean, it depends on what, like, you know, your measures are. Like, I don't see someone. Oh yeah, success. Like, you know, start
bow down to you in that.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
David O.
What the hell the fuck is that about?
Sorry, Chris.
Fan love.
Yeah, don't just honor man because they have money in that. Yeah. Like, I'm definitely with you in that. But yeah, you just use the fuel, man. If everyone's onto you, everyone's against me. Do the in the corner haymaker thing.
But you know what? Finally,
like
we needed something like this. Finally, like you man are putting all your shit on the table and fighting for that big three. And unfortunately, here comes Big Sean to try and drop some
Sorry
singles.
to that man. Sorry to that man.
I think he needs to go and link Janae and that, and just get out some crystals and some incense to figure this out, because man can't keep coming and trying to drop stuff and then everyone's stepping on you, bro.
2088, man. We missed that. I like that first project.
He's trying to rap, bro. Man is just going, And
the thing is, he dropped a single and he dropped a freestyle, and they both, like, they're hard.
Yeah.
But wrong timing.
Read the room.
It's not read the room, because he's not going to know this is happening, because none of us knew this was happening.
Nah, but like, you should know.
That might be part of the problem, though, that he doesn't know.
In the industry, you should know that Future's coming.
Yeah.
You're not bigger than Future.
Yeah.
Like, and someone somewhere knew that something was coming aimed at Donny.
Is he still signed? Who's he? Is he more independent now? Because those are the things. I'm with you. But if you've now dropped out like the rankings and the tiers,
in your corner B?
If you're saying it's a big three, you're not in that anymore. There's a clear gap between Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, and
but he was never in that.
I know, but there was a time period. There was at least a conversation,
where they were fighing for it.
Yeah,
he's in a tier below, like, which is cool, but have your information about you.
When you're in a tier below, you're not in those rooms, bro. You can drop out, and then if you've not got the right people around you, because it's the bosses that are gonna look out for you. He's coming. Drake. We've seen people avoid big artists. Like when Taylor Swift is dropping or Beyonce is dropping. I don't care who you are, bro. Just stand to the left. To the left. To the left wasn't just about it. Stand to the left, bro. Get out of the way, because it's ruining it for you, innit?
Yeah, you need, like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
And he had a tiny desk as well, so like
and the tiny desk was. I like the tiny desk.
The tiny desk was cold. Like the rollout was how they intended it, but the timing was off. And this is where you have to look at your team and be like, rah, like, you man should have A&R'd this properly. You lot should have done your scouting duties.
Yeah.
Nobody had my back.
Yeah. I'm with you. I just feel like if you're not in that tier anymore in those conversations, in those rooms, you're going to miss stuff. Like, you're not going to be privy to it.
You're not the only person that dropped music on that day as well. Like, people dropped projects.
Yeah. But I think also there is a narrative around Big Sean about him getting stepped on as well. So I think it doesn't, like, when what was happening with Nas, anytime Nas had something, there was a little period where Jay-Z was being weird and dropping stuff.
Yeah. Well, like, again, Control was Big Sean's song, but no one remembers Big Sean's verse or Jay Electronica's verse. They were all going in.
Yeah.
But, sorry, you have to get stepped on. He proved his point into, like, you know, the guys that he was talking about.
Yeah. Hey, man, shout out to Big Sean. You got to figure it out, man.
Good luck to that, man.
Yeah. You know, he's in his wholesome vibe. He's got his baby and that. He's got Janae. Like, she's dropping lullaby albums. Like,
is there an argument to be had, like, when you get a bit too, like, happy and in love, like, it kind of takes that edge away a little bit? Yeah? Okay, cool. Why are you looking at me like that? That's why I stay dangerous.
Okay.
You need it, man. You need that edge, though, man.
Yeah.
They enjoyed the pod when I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out at a little period in that.
We don't talk about those times.
No, obviously, you know.
But like, the thing is that J. Cole's like, you know, he's married with kids too, but he's still on these niggas'
He's got a bike. Oh. He can hide away from these children.
Oh.
The minute you cry too much,
what?
I'm getting on my mountain bike.
Oh my God.
Even saying wow too much.
Bola, that is
if you even look at
big
me wrong.
fuck them kids energy. If you even do wow, that's very crazy.
And the best thing about having a bike, yeah,
he's got this Locks PR, you know.
He's got the excuse of being like, it's going to take me an hour and a half to drive to the studio because I'm on my bike, innit? So I can be gone for time.
Yeah, well,
shouts out to J. Cole, man. He's got the right angle, man. You know.
Yeah, and he's focused on Dreamville as well. Dreamville's got a festival.
Yes, they do.
Dreamville's dropping a festival, and I think he's headlining, obviously.
You've got to.
So like, yeah, he's got like he's mad focused.
He's active.
He's active, yeah, and he's about to drop the album.
Go him.
I want to say. I think he'll be the one. He'll probably respond.
Listen. Whatever he has to say, I look forward to.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to a potential back and forth with Bugzy, Malone and Stormzy?
No.
Okay.
Well,
pretend to care for the sake of the conversation so we can pod. Chrissy's fighting. He's fighting it.
Do you know what? I don't think. I heard the Daily Duppy, and I heard some shots. And I don't think that Stormzy is gonna go in and record a diss for
full blown 64 bars.
Maybe a couple lines here and there. Like, I didn't even know that they had an issue. He was at his birthday the other day.
But look to the Drake thing. Niggas be around. When you're the top dog,
yep,
people don't want to miss out on the events. They're going to be around you.
Yep.
They might not like you. Yep. Also, everybody wants a spot. And if the perception is you are in that spot, I want it. What I don't like is you can't deny it's a shot, but you leave it open, hoping he responds.
Yeah.
Because if anyone's talking about it, it was Daily Duppy. Bugzy says he used Storm. He speaks about, you know, pigeon, your bird being with someone else and coming back. So it's one of those where if the shoe fits, but it's too. You can't act like he's not talking about Stormzy.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can sit and deny it.
Is that a diss? Like, do you break up with your girl because of you?
That's the narrative. because we have to keep doing that because I want to get you back. Because it could have been her in the wrong.
Could have been her.
But my nephew
wrong.
misses you, innit?
She ends up in a relationship with someone else. Yeah. He proposes. Obviously, it's high profile. And that doesn't work out. She's back on the market. You want her back? You take her back. What's the issue?
Cool. That is mature, elevated, your third eye open, woke Vans. Get back in to the other side. Be honest with me and act like no one's here and there's no mics here. You with a babe. She ends up getting engaged to someone else. Are you taking her back? Because that's the angle he's going at. You took her back after she was almost.
I'm not
home with someone
taking
else.
her back. I've gone for her.
Yeah,
that's
I love her. That's my wife.
I found out that she's no longer with Donny. She's back home in the UK. I'm still I'm gonna drop the risky text.
Yeah.
If it comes back positively, then it's game on. If she's gone off and she's moved on, I can't be mad at that.
No, of course.
When she's back though,
I'm not even going to give it time to land on the market. What? You're back. Let's go.
Whilst I'm on my press run singing about you, nah, come back.
No, it is. I'm with you there. If I've done all that,
come back.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a Robin Thicke thing, where I make a whole album about you and you're still saying nah.
Yeah, no more inside the NBA. Match of the day, man. don't even put on a jersey in the house. If you wear LA Lakers jersey, all I want to see you in is football tops, yeah? Soccer.
Fine.
Soccer. Yeah, I mean, I don't... I never saw another angle.
Yeah.
So
is that for you? It's like, this is dead because it's what are we doing here? It's a reach type of thing.
It is kind of a reach. I think, if Stormzy wants to engage, great, but I don't expect it at all.
Do you, if for the sport, because we like competition, I feel like sometimes we like things when they're not close to home with other people, because the reasoning for them potentially, it could never happen. Let's say they do engage, the reasoning why they engage could be sneaky at the start, but we get a bit of back and forth, which we like because it's like energy in the scene. The initial reason why Metro and Drake are not getting along, and Drake and Future Man, could be Nikki as well. But we're all for it over there.
Could be, it could be Nikki.
Why we for it over there and over here we're like, oh.
Well, this one's a little bit different because obviously, like you said, you wasn't even aware any of this was coming out.
And they're not the same caliber as well.
Future and Metro,
Future and Drake have an issue. I knew Metro and Drake had an issue though.
No, but a project.
No, I wasn't
because beefing the producer's nuts.
Man can just use 808s. Hold his beat back.
Do you know what I'm saying? So we didn't know that a project would have been out directed towards him and ends up being a #1 album in the country.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is a blatant bait type of thing, but
we've seen Stormzy fall for bait before.
We have seen him fall for bait before, but if we're gonna use the Wiley example, it wasn't just the one thing. Wiley's been baiting Donny for a while, and then it was all right, cool, all right, let's engage.
Different because he was.
The chip thing was personal, so he actually pulled up.
I didn't think you thought I was referring to the Wiley one as the bait. The Chip one is bait. So I'm gonna get my ducks in a row, yeah? When Chip put out Ways, that was a talk that he was talking about Stormzy, but the stuff he was saying could never apply to Stormzy because he was talking about success and stuff. He was talking about Mez, another grime MC. Mm-hmm. But that's what caused their issue and friction, allegedly conversation over the phone with stuff. Chip didn't come out and clear it up. Now, for people that want to see the head of the snake get cut off, they want to see the back and forth. If I'm truly your friend and collaborate, we don't know people's relationship, but I'll get all my ducks in a row in a sec. You come and clear that up. And the reason why I say you come and clear that up is I'm actually not shooting at you. I'm shooting at Mez. And the public think I'm shooting at you, but I'm leaving it open because if you engage with me, this is good for me. Everyone knows I like to clash. When Stormzy was on a come up and everyone wants to be around him, from BBK to all these different people and his hot property, Tiny had issues with Chip. Bugzy had issues with Chip. They were on a song together. Stormzy on the same song. It gets performed or played at a Tiny Temper performance, and in there is clear direct shots at Chip from Tiny and Bugzy. People don't know what I'm talking about. Stormzy comes online and clears it up immediately because you know you feel snaked a bit. Don't use me. If you and Bugzy want to, I cleared it up, innit? So I'm not saying everyone has to do that, but if I've done that for you publicly, in my opinion, Chip should have done that for him.
Yeah, but that's like just maybe we're seeing a display of like both of their characters.
Now also Stormzy will come up. You don't want the.
Yes,
it's a little bit different
but like
as well.
not everyone's gonna immediately come out and say, "Nah, like don't do that," because that's not what I agreed to. I signed up to.
And also as well, it could be more of you having it. Not as much. It's also having an issue with Tiny. Like, don't try and backdoor me. Like, make it feel like we're all dissing my man.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
more of an integrity thing.
Like an integrity thing. Like, and me telling you that like, oh, we've got somewhat of a relationship. I don't have any reason to shoot at you.
Yeah.
So I'm not a part of this.
Yeah.
So we then go and collaborate together, and then I hear this, and I'm like, I'm hitting you up on a Percy, like,
yeah, that's the story.
Yo,
like, you hit him up, and
are you, like, bro, like,
are you taking shots? And from what I heard, the response was, if you want send. So it feels like, because at the time, I think when like if you have the right,
so then don't do that, like man never like done you like that, like you know. And I'm asking you on a personal thing, like I haven't gone like on any public thing, and you're trying to,
which we encourage for artists to speak on, because everyone will tweet each other, just get on the phone and and then we end up at the house with a skeleton suit on and that, and then we see that it gets put out. I didn't like all of that, but the outcome of that was people just wanted the interaction. That's what I'm saying. When you break it all down, the reason can be so shit, but if people just want to see like, oh, the scene's boring, they want to see it back and forth. And they don't feel like Stormzy really responded to Chip like that when it was clear there was a oh, we need to go. Could Bugzy been cuter about it? Absolutely. But he's trying to bait him.
Yeah, and he's been here before. He did the same thing with Chip, and it took a while for Chip to do it, but when he did it, we got it in like on GRM, SB, and Link Up.
I say, hey, Spiff TV, rise up. I would have put it on Spiff as well if I had the chance.
Like all different types of disses. 96 bars of revenge, all of that stuff. Like when they're in that mode, get in that mode by all means. Yeah. But I don't think this is enough, in my opinion. Yeah.
But what do men care about? Because you don't know what's going on in the house. You're gonna let them talk to me like that.
Fair.
And men's ego is it's enough. It's a tried and tested method.
Yeah.
Your girl start talking to you differently. The plate of jollof and chicken that she's bringing you before, just jollof and salad cream.
What do you mean? Serve yourself.
See it there? Wickedness. Pure wickedness. You see it there? It's enough to, if I start messing up your household, your equilibrium's off. He gave us that life in the day where he's going to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. No more gym.
All right, get off my back, man. Nigga, damn.
Shit, nigga, damn.
So, I will just so we're crystal clear, I do feel like it's a reach, but I do feel like people want to see something in terms of engaging, innit? Like, they want that. So
I haven't seen people calling for it.
I feel like people want that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like I've got a good gauge on the public.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it won't be the most exciting clash, in my opinion, but go for it.
Yeah, man. We shall see, innit?
Yeah.
So listen, at the end of the day, you can try it. Bear man, I tried the thing in that. We've seen people attention seek before. This ain't new, innit? So
yeah,
I
agree.
Let's bring it back a bit more positive. We were speaking about festivals earlier. You mentioned Dreamville. We have DLT. Those days like this.
Yes.
It's a recipe.
Yes.
21 plus. This is for the slightly more grown and sexy. I know a lot of us are we're well past 21.
It's given senior. I would have vomited.
Shout out to Mello, man.
God.
They can never make me hate you, baby.
Never. ever.
You're wearing Clarks.
Your buckle's undone.
Wow.
Wow.
Wonderful,
if you get the reference, you get the reference. But yeah, the people that brought us all the day parties, the brunches, everyone going to Malta, they now have their own festival.
The recipe.
What? Have you got the date? So I can find it.
6th of July.
Okay, you definitely got your tickets, boy. Shout out to Vans.
Listen, man, it's an R&B festival. Why not?
I'm really happy about that. And justice for me, man, because I remember I was at Malta 2023 having a wonderful time. I FaceTime my friends, just be like, hey friends, look who's on stage. It's Destin Conrad. Vans was so disappointed. All I can see in his eyes is, bro, where's the cheeks, man?
Where is the ass?
Don't be wasting your day on this.
No, that's part of my plan. I'm fine. I can use my plan in certain countries. I'm good.
Yeah, don't waste your battery on this.
But anyone that's at Malta last year, there was a day when Destin Conrad, Sir I think Jo. There are a few other acts like in terms of it's Amapiano season, isn't it?
Yes.
Every minute, innit? And
Nicky Summers and that.
It can get crazy, innit? Because it's just if some people's overkill, innit? So I like their approach there, and from there I was like, I think they're gonna do something. And this is about me speak to anybody. So to see this now, where we've got Jasmine Sullivan, Sir,
and
Alex
Isley.
Beautiful stuff.
And I'm sure there's other probably acts to be announced.
More acts to be announced.
It's good because the dance plays a big factor in like how we put out music and stuff. R&B feels like it's for the connoisseurs, they're going to be upset if I say like it's on the rise, but we've got all the different R&B brunches, day parties. We've spoken a lot on the last couple of years on this podcast about R&B albums. We probably enjoyed those more, or those have got more positive reviews. If we're ever to like say, this is our song of the week, it's probably going to be R&B or some R&B leaning.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like what we're liking and what we're enjoying, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, no, do this, man. And people that have been able to get bums on seats, get people outside, should be the ones for us, by us, doing something. So I'm really happy for them that we're at this point, and I hope it goes well.
Yeah, I mean, Jasmine Sullivan, first show in the UK in 10 years.
I didn't realise it's been that long.
Yeah, I think she's also gone on to say that she doesn't really enjoy touring like that.
Okay.
So, hope she doesn't.
No, find your enjoyment with this time around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Find it.
No, because Summer Walker didn't enjoy being on stage, and then we showed her how much we loved that wireless. So find it, bro. Because when people come here, when big acts come to the UK, we show them how much we fuck with them. Sometimes we don't show our own acts, but we show them how much we fuck with them.
Yes, and sometimes obviously just to give the benefit of the doubt to the artist, it's not always necessarily on like whether they receive the love. It's just how they feel about performing to like massive crowds. I know that it comes with the territory and stuff, but
you know me, I'm harsh. I hear you.
It's just
by the price of these tickets, you better find some inspiration, find some happiness, bro. Because me too.
She's gonna deliver. Happiness. Like I have no doubts that she isn't. Like she's an exceptional artist, an exceptional vocalist. Like one of the best vocalists in her generation. So it'll be great, man. It'll be great to see her live. Sir, he's just dropped an album as well.
Good reception, I'm hearing. I haven't listened to it properly yet, so I'm hearing that people are enjoying it.
Cold album.
Yeah.
Alex Isley, she's another favourite. And it'll be interesting to see who else that they bring onto the lineup.
Yeah.
A lot of people are obviously calling for Destin Conrad. He's very much of a favourite. But it'll also be nice to like see some homegrown.
Who would you like to see from the UK?
I like a Bella.
Yeah.
I think Jazz Karis is cold. Tamira's cold. Even Jack James. I'd love to see him on the bill.
Shea
Universe. Like, I'd love to see like a Shaka there.
That song Shaka and Gets. Right?
Too cold. Yeah. Too cold.
And Shaka's got some certified bangers that he can.
He's got
his set might be the coldest out of everybody outside of like the main.
And he's a seasoned performer as well. Like so, he's cold, man. Like his thing's stamped.
I want to hear Walk with Elephants live as well. Yeah,
bro. Yeah, like that would be one that I would like to see. In the States, Meta, she had a great R&B album last year. She'll be cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see like who else is on the lineup.
I think it'll be dependent on because they've got the backing from Live Nation, so whoever like the people that constantly get booked by Live Nation, and someone like Destin Conrad will work because he's already been he's already performed that in terms of like the DLT crowd at Malta. So
yeah,
I'm sure that wouldn't be hard to figure out if the schedule's there.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if J.O.'s on the lineup.
Performed that DLT before, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
And he just dropped not too long ago. So yeah, man, it's another opportunity.
So you're gonna you got to throw Odile in there as well, man.
Yeah,
because that song on TikTok, what's the sound? We should make love in Lagos. He's got some songs called Gaslight. So there was like a snippet of it that was constantly on TikTok to build up anticipation for the song, and he dropped that, and I was fucking with that as well. Some
good people are working, obviously behind the scenes. So like, I have no doubt that it will be a good festival to go to, man. It's definitely one to watch.
Carnegie Park?
Yes.
Bit more central, local for you lot, innit?
No, it's still far.
Oh, still okay.
Yeah, it's still like
over there.
Is that near Chiswick?
Yeah, I mean, like, depending on what time it finishes, like, because yeah, once like public transport is out of the picture, like even people that live like in West or Northwest, like it could be a bit of a journey.
A lot of people leaving. It's still a lot. So
yeah,
a few people that might not make it to Malta this year, come to the recipe, man.
But yeah, it's dope, man. Like I think Lovebox, when I think their last Lovebox was at Gunnersbury.
Lovebox.
So yeah, man, like it's good that they've occupied a space in the park and are able to provide a festival for us.
Yeah.
So shouts to DLT, man.
A big shout out to them. I think very music heavy this week. I want to go over to our Beehive correspondent.
Buzz, bitches.
Okay. Shout out to Blondie.
Cowboys and that.
Yeah, Cowboys and the Chrissy Hive.
Chrissy Hive.
I've not listened to the album. Forgive me.
It's okay.
But I'm sure you've listened 17 times back to back, top to bottom.
No.
This is what?
No.
How many times have you listened?
0.75%.
All right, cool. Next week then, because you're about to give me the media review.
No, do you know what? Yes, we can talk about it next week, but it's just not. I started listening to it in the gym. It's on the Stairmaster. I was like, okay. My initial criticism, and I'm consistent with this, is so long. And I know that all of them are not
25 songs?
20 too many. I know that not all of them are songs.
Right.
But fine.
Yeah.
The first half, not for me, but I also appreciate that everything isn't for everyone. I feel like this is probably more an album that speaks to the American audience. There's a lot of like American history tied into this.
Okay, so
see what I mean?
We got the Wakanda Forever album, the thingy.
Wow.
That's what some of the ADOS community say about the
Black is King.
Black is King album, innit?
Wow.
And all the imagery that came along with that. We got that one for the diaspora.
She said manage it like
the
that.
Americana.
It wasn't a bad album, you know.
No, cool. I'm being silly in it, so.
Even though Burner had the best song.
The second half was more for me. I think there's just a few that I haven't listened to.
Why more for you? What's on it that appeals to you more?
I don't know.
What's Jolene saying? I haven't heard
slaps.
it yet.
Yeah, absolutely slaps.
I heard Stevie Wonder's playing the harmonica.
What was I going to say? Like, I know that I need to listen to it a few more times, but like with Renaissance, for example, the first time I listened to that, I was like, oh my God, I love this album. Yeah. And I know the love can sometimes, really grow from inside.
Let love grow, man.
But halfway
you need
through.
to love me from the jump about grow to love.
No, I'm with you when I'm being toxic, but for the sake of conversation, let it grow. Let it flow, let it grow.
Yeah.
Halfway through, or maybe just like a bit more than half through, I was like, I want to listen to something different now. Okay. But I can completely appreciate that it is like an amazing vocal performance from that aspect.
Yeah, but you're not going to give anything less
storytelling.
than that. It's Beyonce.
No, yes, but I think it's quite different to...
Or the tonality and stuff because it's country.
Like she's using a lot more of her like lower register.
She's showing
lower notes. And that. Yeah, so we can circle back next week.
So put an asterisk against your opinion for now.
Yeah.
When you've listened, because by next week I'm sure you'll listen like 50, 11 times. We can really dive in. And I'll make sure I've listened by then as well. Pinky? There we go. Pinky. UK pod community. I know Van's going to do some stuff quickly. Mr. Expose leaves 3 shots of tequila. I know that probably wouldn't come across your news desk as a black woman, but
I got that shade.
That's not shade to you.
No, I know.
But yeah, it's okay. The reason why I bring it up is I'm unashamed fan of podcasts. That's why I'm having a podcast in the beginning, approaching fans, whatever. And we're here now, many years deep. When I see anything happening in our community, I'm always gonna jump to it a little bit. So, and these are people that got a deal very early. In regards to the Spotify deal, broken ground with all the live shows, and I feel like that reinvigorated a lot of energy in the space. There was definitely podcasts before them, but where I'll give them credit is there was a period when they were going viral every Friday, and the tweets that I would see, I don't know about anyone else, but I would see consistently were, I only listen to Free Shots Tequila. Are there any other podcasts? Or Free Shots made me start listening to podcasts. What other podcasts in the UK are out there? So I feel like they brought a new energy and a new audience to the podcast space and did a lot. So to see someone leave is a talking point for me, in my opinion. A lot of people in it. If you don't agree, fair enough. Unless you're finding that now, how did you guys feel? Or how do you feel hearing that?
Do you know what? Like, I did see the news and stuff, and I mean, like, I wouldn't say like I was a listener like that.
Yeah.
But like, I started to see him less and less. Like,
okay.
Just from a visual aspect.
Slow decline.
Well, like, I mean, like, I didn't automatically think like, oh yeah, they might be beefing. Like, it just, again, like, it could just be like he's in a different space, or like it could have been for a number of reasons. Like, I'm not saying that I've ruled them out. Like, when I first heard the news, but like my default wasn't like, oh, there's like animosity there. Like, it could just be like, rah, you know, they've done amazing things. Like, you know, they've achieved success like with the pod. So could have just got to a point where like he just doesn't want to do it anymore.
And that was the crux of what he said in his long caption on the gram, that like there is no scandal, there is no issue. It's just that I've basically trying to bow out on a high. I've done all I can do. I'm not enjoying this no more. I think we should allow for that. But I wouldn't be Fols if I didn't try and find an angle. Yeah? And I do feel like the space is very congested. So I think what we have at the moment right now is the street podcast, or that element of side stuff taking over from like COVID. I am with the girls. When I see a mic and a sofa, I shudder.
Yeah.
And I have a podcast. Me too, I shake. Yeah. The body, they shake.
100.
I'm like, another one.
Another one.
So I feel like the lane's very congested, and the time period of maybe talking, you know, like people say, oh, bring back the old days of Twitter. What you want to do is you want to be a colorist. You want to be a misogynist in the open. That's what I hear when I hear that.
Okay.
Innit? I do feel like there's like a certain element with like YouTube shows, podcasts, whatever you want to call them, where the glory years are no longer there, innit?
Oh.
People can't be as flagrant and as blasé as they maybe once were.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily want to put that on them, but I add that into the pot. Working with other people for the best part of 10 years is not easy. I know coming here, Vans hasn't been happy with me before. And me too, I've not been happy with Vans before. Oh. And not in an overly serious way. It could be as little as, this nigga wants to talk about 50 Cent again.
Oh, yeah, sounds about right.
And mine could be as small as, he's late again. You know? You, like, dealing with each other's schedules, things that you got going on. And this is my perspective. When you've got people that pre the pod, at least perception-wise, you don't know what's really going on in people's lives, look like they have something going on. It's different when like you come together and like we know you because of the podcast.
Yeah.
In our little black Twitter, social media, urban scene, we know Mar for parties, we know Taser for the parties. Well, we know Keith maybe to a degree, but like captions on the gram, having a following, writing whatever. We've seen, they had some content back in the day, Rob, had some stuff back in the day. Like, so we've done radio as well. Some people we know of you pre doing a podcast. That's what probably kind of helped propel it, because you've got 3 different people from different areas who are following already. Whereas some of us, it's like, you know us because of the podcast and we're still trying to build and grow. When you've got all that going on, maybe the podcast isn't your main focus anymore. Life's going on, business, all these other endeavors. You should be allowed space to do other things and grow.
100.
There's that. Stuff I said earlier, you may not like, there could have been a fallout. And when you put it out there and say, there was no scandal, there might be a scandal coming.
Yeah.
You know. So let's get out of the way of this. Let me not ruin it for the boys. Let me get out of Dodge. You know. What's the podcast going to be called after? Now it's no longer 3 shots to kill.
Oh, goodness me.
It could be a replacement.
There could be a replacement.
It could be a new third shot.
Like, did you feel it with? What does it look like? Because we've seen it. We didn't really dive too deep into it, but like with the receipts, they've had a lineup change.
Yeah.
All bands break up. You know, they were 4, then they were 3, and they were 3, then they were 2.
If you're able to just navigate and steer, like, you know, past that, like without it actually being, with it being scandal free, then great. Like, you know, the receipts, they've rebranded, like, you know, the it's changed. It looks different. It looks new, and you know they're running with it. You're starting to see a lot more guests.
They've always had guests, though. They do guests.
They have.
But I think maybe
like,
you're seeing it more.
Because like I said, the layout has changed. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're going twice a week now as well.
I think they always have.
You said that to me before. They weren't, though. It was
your receipts.
Yeah, like so they've got the main podcast,
the main show, and then your receipts.
Yeah, whereas before it was, like, again, correct me if I'm wrong, it was the main podcast, and then the second week will be your receipts, and then the main podcast. They were never like twice a week.
They were doing twice a week for a while, I think.
Okay. I've known Vans to be right a lot, so I could be wrong, but
But hey, do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so they probably had to address certain things at the time when
they did.
they had
they had a little break as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, Audrey had a baby as well, so like you have to take that into consideration.
Of course.
So like
the business of podcasting changed as well.
Yeah,
everyone's out of their deals now. They're no longer exclusive to a certain platform.
People have to regroup sometimes as well. Like, and it's like I think listeners also have to understand that because sometimes people have different directions of where they want to take their product. Yeah. So sometimes there needs to be tweaks, and sometimes there needs to be time for it to actually happen. So.
Very true.
And Taze and Marv, like they're gonna be calm.
No,
like,
Donny's got R&B, man. Man's got R&B full line.
Even with the pod, with what they've built, they still have people that are like, yo, like you are part of our rotation.
Of course. But I think a lot of people will agree that the lane is very congested. Because on a certain level, 100%. A lot of us are we're talking about the same things, maybe not in the same way. I feel like I've said it for a while. I was saying to Joe Perrico that I feel like there's a blurred line between YouTube shows and podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that probably doesn't help as well. And people are churning out content the ones that are doing it, I think they're doing it very quickly, daily.
Yeah.
People might not want to commit to that. I feel like it is a very niche audience that has like, this is my weekly rotation. So I listen, like when we're not here, I know some people are disappointed in it. And I don't ever want to like take that for granted, especially if you're only going weekly, where some people now, they've got content on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they're streaming as well. You're getting opinions all the time. Stuff will happen, like we'll record today. Something might happen tomorrow on Wednesday before we put out the episode Thursday, and then we're going to have to respond to it next week.
And there's so many different variables as to like how you can engage to an audience. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like we're all sprinkling like the same ingredients on the table. It just depends on how the consumer consumes it.
Also how we put our ingredients together, because listen, Uncle Eddie's the food might be nutritious, but how it looks, how it looks, presentation is key.
Yeah, and our presentation, like it may not be for everyone, but the people that it is for, like I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, shouts out to y'all.
You know what I mean? Shouts to you guys should be happy here.
I hope you are. Yeah, I think we need to be a little bit better about communication though.
Yeah, 100%.
If you have enough break, let them know. Because I've been with one week in it. Obviously, everyone's happiness and health will always come before this thing, innit? Mm-hmm. But I don't I said it before, I just don't ever want us to feel, I don't want anyone to feel like we're taking our audience for granted.
Yeah, 100%.
So, that's my only thing. But I don't think Chrissy will care that much about this. But
oh no, I had a whale of a time.
In regards to the topic, innit?
Yeah, so much
fun. Just like, okay, cool, my man's leaving. What does that look like,
I felt so...
Don't get me the HR stuff.
Well, I felt the same after reading as I did right before.
Oh, so you actually saw the post, you read it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I said, I think I know this person.
Fair.
And then I scrolled.
Because the girls, like what you said, the girls look like they've gone for strength. Yeah,
and that's what they're supposed to do.
Milena, you need a banger, bro.
Oh.
Nah, man, you need a banger, bro. Fight back.
What's wrong with this guy?
I'm back from holiday refreshed, bro. Chris, what can they do?
Damn.
I love everybody.
Yeah.
There's no hate in my heart.
Yeah, that's funny. But
Fols to be Fols.
And I wish that for her too.
Do we have a bit of time? I wanted to quickly discuss, interestingly enough, on the topic of breaking up.
Yeah.
Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo are battling over the Neptune's name rights in court.
Don't like it.
Don't like it one bit.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm kind of with Chad on this one still.
Okay, so break it down for us.
Well, this is what has been alleged, yeah. Pharrell and Chad are battling over Neptune's name rights in court. Lawyers representing Chad Hugo filed a legal action last week that accused Williams and the company he owns of attempting to register trademarks for the Neptune's name without consulting Chad.
Okay.
Violating an agreement they had to split everything equally between the pair of production partners and childhood friends.
Yeah. I don't rate Pharrell on this one.
Yeah, Pharrell's representatives said that Pharrell's surprised by this. We have reached out on multiple occasions to share in the ownership and administration of the trademark, and will continue to make that offer. The goal here was to make sure a third party doesn't get hold of the trademark, and to guarantee Chad and Pharrell sharing ownership and administration. Something seems a little fishy there.
If they have an agreement, then let's try and honour the agreement. Because, like, I hear Dame Dash having certain issues and stuff, and no one never really cares when Doddy starts complaining. So, like, I don't like that stuff. Them arguing over, like,
I mean, like, it's a case of, like, also the court of public opinion is going to get involved, because Pharrell is obviously the visible one out of, and oftentimes they dismiss Chad, like, as, you know, the insignificant partner in Neptune. Sometimes, like, people don't even acknowledge Chad as... Really? A producer,
Pharrell
like,
featuring,
just like on a mass level.
Okay,
like not Neptune's fans, or like you know, people that like
tapped
really
into the culture,
tapped into the culture like that. So, and you know, Pharrell's on the hooks. He writes the hooks and stuff like, but like, you know, I feel like that name is just as like much his as it is Pharrell's.
No, listen, if you've got an agreement, we weren't there, but if you guys have an agreement, let's honour the agreement. Of course, court of public opinion is there, but the court, that will have the beat, like the final say and stuff.
Yeah, because a lot of people will, like, I could imagine, will automatically be in favour of Pharrell, because, you know, like,
he's Pharrell,
and you know, he's got somewhat of a nice reputation.
True, yeah, he's not really like, it's kind of scandal free.
There are, like,
Police has a little
like, you know, where it could be alluded that he might be a shrewd businessman and stuff like that. But hey, man, like, Chad's had to play the background in a lot of things, like, and like, for him to make those claims and then for them to say, oh, we've reached out, like, I don't know. Something's a bit dodgy there.
No, I hope they fix it, man. At the end of the road, I'm not getting in the middle of two supposedly rich donors. You lot figure it out, man.
Yeah.
And if there's, whilst you're fine, if any money falls on the ground, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, it's just a shame to see. Like, and I don't want it to tarnish the legacy that they've built with the Neptunes.
I don't want to end on a sour note, but I do have to say this before we go. R.I.P. to Jevon.
Yes.
Fell in Love with Brazil was an amazing body of work.
Yeah.
Love and respect to your family. I'll always regret not going to the show with one of his, like, I think his cousin, like, close family friend that I used to work with.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. Showed him love on the pod, played his music. Never really got a chance to tap him with Donny, but what he left us, in my opinion, definitely left a mark. And seeing certain people don't really speak or do the social media caption thing. I saw Shay Lingo have some beautiful things to say. I saw TD Ness say some beautiful things. And you always got to be careful and mindful about people's family and their feelings. But from what I was getting from people's response, it was like, you know, like checking on your friends. Like, it felt like a mental health thing. So it's always sad when you see that. And I'm always, my heart does always ache a little bit when I see or hear about the struggles creatives, artists especially, have, because maybe life in general or just the career path they're going down, and like how stressful it can be when you're chasing your dream and you've got to deal with all these other things that come with it. So, and I was just super sad to see that. But
yeah, no, 100%, man. Like, when I heard the news, like, obviously a few of my man them, like, knew him and stuff. So it was like, I found out before, like, it was on socials, and I was like, oh shit, like, that's nuts. Yeah. Because, like, there was a time where I was like, oh, like, I haven't heard much of him in a while, but, like, you know, he had his struggles and battles and stuff, like, where, you know, a lot of people didn't know. Yeah. So, and I guess that's why, like, you know, a lot of people were saying, like, check on your friends, because you just never know what people are battling. And, you know, it may seem that they're cool when you speak to them, but internally they're going through something. Yeah, you just never know, man. But rest in power. You know, the work that you have left is great. So, just have to celebrate his legacy in keeping his music alive.
Yeah, fell in love in Brazil. Amazing body of work. We really enjoyed it. Go stream that, run that up as well, man. Yeah. Because I like, you know, sometimes people are like, people wait till, like, when someone's gone to, like, celebrate them. But if you're finding his music from this point, it is sad, but I would like to think that you'd go there and enjoy the music. Yeah,
and, you know, when he was alive, I will say, like, when he dropped Fell in Love in Brazil, like, it got a lot of critical acclaim. It charted. You know, people like Getz were hailing it up, saying like, you know, this is the best project so far, like of the year. At the time when he dropped that, like, he was cold. Yeah, like, you know, he really tapped into his roots as well, and he mixed it with his upbringing in the ends as well. So, like, yeah, man, it's sad, man, and sending out love to his friends and family. Love and respect. Can we quickly do some listener feedback? If you got that, let me see what one from our, what's the name of our last episode? Was that after the AJ fight? Yeah, the Brazy title. I think that was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course you remember. Now you're awake. Jokes. Let me see what we got. What do we got? Did I read out stuff from Spreadable? I think you did. Oh, get your lips off it. All right, don't have to remind me. Axe321 said, if I was Miss Abbott, I would have been retired by now. She should be on a beach in Jamaica sipping pina colada, not dealing with ghetto and nasty UK politics. I agree. Word. Thomas Bruce says, from Women's Day to week to year to decade. Yes, we did record on International Women's Week. Like a couple of days after. Months, but okay. Decade. Yeah. We're in Q2, man. It's over. Yes. I think we referenced Jules earlier. Yeah, shout out Jules. Shout out Jules. Jules says, great episode, familiar. Let me jump on the Baddies episode with Chrissy. We'll have a good old time. Let me know when and I'll be there. And happy birthday, Velvet Vans. Love always. Thank you so much, Jules. Let's do it. See it? You heard it from Chrissy. Yeah, Chrissy, hi. It's going to happen. E2, a quote to address Chrissy's unfortunate situation. Ain't nothing scarier in society than a white woman shedding tears. Oh. From a wise old man. I know that's right. Shout out E2. Shout out E2. Wobbly Cat says, happy birthday, Vans. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it so much. And Queenie said, loved it. All in uppercase and the rock sign emoji. Rock sign? Oh, is it just the hands up? Oh, okay, yeah. Love. No, is it not the rock? What? Oh, ROC. Come on, you know. No, I know. You know he's a real hip hop fan, innit? That's not the rock. That's someone putting their hands up like, yes. I don't know where you got that from. People just put their hands up saying yes. Okay. Yeah, never mind. All right. We'll show our age, man. Everyone's knees hurting here, man. Yeah. Freeze. Let's lock this thing off. Feedback, man. Use the hashtag. Yeah. Offthecuffpod. Get involved in the conversation. Yes. I would like to think you leave some feedback from this. There's been a lot to discuss. So much. And dive into. Happy to be back. Thank you to my co-conspirators. I'm officially part of the big three. Yes. Yeah, energy. I love that. You know, also shout out to all the little sex workers out there. Oh. Sorry. Biggest the worst. Fofty. No, man said you little sex worker. He's crazy, man. Such a troll. He's such a troll. You little pod worker. What? You little very pod crazy. Worker. Naughty. Before I close this pod. Should we lock this off? Yeah. Hey, love and respect in every aspect, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Peace.